I'm going to be with the Panthers, and Brian To'o playing his 150th game, Andrew, came out with his family there, and it was so moving. It was lovely to watch.
It will be Penrith to kick off, running right to left as you look at your radio, defending the southern end of Glen Willows Stadium. Trying to pick up Michael Carianis down there on the touchline. Who do you tip, MC?
Yeah, to the right of you, Andrew. I am with the Penrith Panthers.
Right, I'm going to be a lone wolf then and tip the Canberra Raiders to make it 5 wins in a row. Canberra will get first use of the footy. And the kickoff coming from Paul Alamotti. Here we go. NRL Saturday continues on ABC Sport as the Canberra Raiders Kyo Weeks gives it away left to Corey Horsburgh. Big Red's good leg drive, but now he finds the turf. 14 metres out from his own goal line, near enough centre field. Played to Owen Paddy, isn't he in good form? Goes left to Joe Tarpany, and the Canberra captain is felled. 20 metres out from his own line. Opening set of the game here in Mudgee. Played to Paddy. Short ball comes right side to Horsburgh. He's going to be put to the ground 30 metres out from his own line. Isaiah Papali'i with Leota in defence. Played to Paddy. Short ball goes left as they work it up to within 12 metres of halfway here the Canberra side. Ball played now by the lock forward Morgan Smithies. And it comes left edge again, Tarpany. He's surrounded, stands in the tackle, 3 short of halfway. 20 in from the eastern touchline in front of the hill. On the last, it goes left to Ethan Sanders. Kick downfield, Jackson Edgar drops back with the catch. 2 out from his own line, passes it in front of the goalpost to Tom Jenkins. And with his first touch, he's caught about 13 out from his own goal line. So now Cogger dummy half. He sends it left to Casey McLean, who really has been struggling in the couple of weeks back from injury, especially in defence. Here he's caught. 22 out from his own goal line. Plays the ball to Cogger. He sends it right to Brian To'o, and he's wrapped up on his own 30-metre line for the Panthers. Dummy half is Freddie Lussick. Dummies goes himself and charges into Mariota and tackled about 8 metres short of halfway. Also there was Tarpany. Now Lussick goes, or rather it comes right to Isaiah Yeo, and he's driven back by the Canberra defence. Brilliant stuff from the Raiders, and he's asked to play it 5 metres back on his own side of halfway. Comes to the right to Cleary, runs to halfway, puts boot the ball down to Kyo Weeks, and the thriller-minute Canberra fullback with the catch. 15 out from his own line, runs away from one, straightens, and he's caught 25 out from his own goal line. 2 minutes gone, no score here in Mudgee. Matthew Elliott.
Yeah, Canberra Raiders dominating the early collision, Andrew, as you brilliantly described, but Isaiah Yeo thought he'd get back at them and do exactly the same thing as he drives the player back there.
Yeah, that was a terrific tackle on Xavier Savage. As now it's an offload for Mariota. Back to Savage, beats Isaiah Papali'i, and then he's collared high by Leota. So the first penalty of the game goes to Canberra, 32 metres out from their own goal line. No score. We've had 2.5 minutes of play, and Matty, your closest monitor is that big screen right in the northeast corner of the ground.
Yeah, it is a fair way. Well, I can actually look into the back of the cameras as well, Andrew. That's the other bonus of having the cameraman right in front of us. But the Raiders definitely dominating ruck speed at the moment in both attack and defence.
Chris the tab on halfway. Goes right to left, weeks away to Horsburgh. And he runs into Leota, Lussick and Yeo, and he stands in the tackle. 2 metres in Penrith territory. The ball played. Beautiful pass from left to right. Paddy to Tarpany. He left Papali'i in his wake. And he's caught now by Yeo and Leota. 38 out from the goal line. They go to the left. Smithies away. Sanders! He got a pass on to support, but the tackle comes 25 out from the goal line on Hosking. 6 tackles as it goes left to Ethan Strange. And then making a break, Matt Timicor. Very close to the goal line. He's over and he's going to claim the try. Canberra score as easy as you like. Matt Timicor gets the try. We have only had 3.5 minutes of play, and it's Canberra 4, Penrith 0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, and it's not often I say that about the Panthers, about not dominating ruck speed, and that's what's happened there. And they go down that left-hand side, and Strange just digs into the line there with his speed, gets a defender to sink in on him. Timicor over, basically untouched. You don't see that often.
That was way too easy. Canberra 4, Penrith 0. Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, it just looked soft, didn't it? You don't say that about the Penrith Panthers too often. Liam Martin was slow to retreat to that line, and they just got caught out in numbers there. That was bizarre to see how that placing of their defensive line just got it all wrong. Yeah, that's a really soft start from the Penrith Panthers.
Confidence boosting start for the Canberra Raiders, and now Ethan Sanders will line this kick up. We can barely see him in the distance in front of the hill, and he'll be about 25 metres out, just in from the eastern touchline. Canberra Great start, 4-0 over the Penrith Panthers. A full house here at Glen Willow Stadium, and there are certainly plenty of Canberra jerseys around the place, but it's a Penrith home game. And I know, Matt, when we were having a stroll earlier in the day and all these kids' footy games broke out, there were youngsters, all of them in Penrith jerseys. Gee, there are a lot of them. Absolutely.
Well, even if they weren't in a Penrith jersey, they had a Raiders jersey on. Just what I'm saying is that there was no neutral players there at all.
There must have been a random South jersey somewhere.
There was a random South jersey, but not on a kid.
Here's Ethan Sanders. 24 metres out and a metre in from the eastern touchline. Canberra 4, Penrith 0. NRL Saturday on ABC Sport. Ethan Sanders, he strikes it, heading towards the post. He likes it. He's kicked it from the touchline. Perfect start for Canberra. The Raiders leading Penrith by 6 points to 0. Here in Mudgee, and we've had 5 minutes and 3 seconds of play. Boy, that was a great kick. He's playing with such confidence, Ethan Sanders, with ball in hand, taking on the line, or his goal kicking. Now, around the grounds, on this Saturday, NRL Magic Round has come to an end for the day, with wins for the Wests Tigers, Sydney Roosters, and an upset win for the Cowboys. In the AFLW International third quarter, Australia 67 leading Ireland 31 at North Sydney Oval. Kick-off taken by Kyo Weeks. He hands it off left to Corey Horsburgh. He's caught 11 out from his own goal line. 6-0 Canberra over a Penrith team that's been struggling in recent weeks. Ball played, and it comes right to Atta Mariotta, getting the start in the second row. No Hudson Young, of course, for Canberra. No Noah Martin. 16 out from their own line as it's played, and Paddy goes left to Joe Tarpany. There's that leg drive from Joe. Well, this time he's forced sideways and back to his own 20-metre line, courtesy of Lussick, and also in there was Lindsay Smith. Now Canberra on the eastern side. Get 30 out from their own line, 15 in from touch. Hosking plays the ball, and Owen Paddy, who's a 40-20 specialist, puts boot the ball. Work to do for Jackson Edgar. Ball bouncing over the 20, but 8 metres in from the western touchline. Edgar has it, and the chase led by Sebastian Chris and 2 others, including the kicker of the footy, Paddy and Horsburgh. 25 out from the Penrith line. It comes right to Jenkins, and Jenkins runs into Mariotta, Paddy and Tarpany, and put to the floor. 32 out from his own goal line. You with Matt Elliott, Michael Carianis. I'm Andrew Moore on NRL Saturday. Here's in centre field, and he's dealt with about 13 short of halfway. In there was Horsburgh and Hosking. Played to Lussick. Comes right to Alamotti. He's taken 3 short of halfway, right in centre field for Penrith. They're defending the southern end of the ground. And did he say 6 more tackles then for too slow on the play of the ball? No, it's the last coming up. 5 metres in Canberra territory. Leota plays it. A hurried kick there by Cleary. Down to the northeast corner of the ground. Jet Stewart gets underneath it. He's scored 16 out from his own goal line. Canberra 6, Penrith 0. 7 minutes gone.
Yeah, Andrew, it's not often that you only use Nathan Cleary's name on the last tackle. He's just not involved at the moment in their attacking play.
As now Xavier Savage for Canberra on the right edge. He's forced across field and then straightens. 26 out from his own line. 15 in from the western touchline. Played to Weeks. Goes left to Seb Chris. He's taken by Yo over the top. And also in there was Cogger and Lussick. Now dummy half Paddy goes left. Smithies links up with support. Sanders to Strange. Ethan spins away from one, running across field. Then he straightens and tackles. 7 short of halfway for Canberra, who leads 6-0. Last play up coming for the Raiders. Dummy half is Paddy. Goes right. Left foot kick from Ethan Sanders. Wobbly looking kick. Towering kick. Jackson Edgar with the catch, although he didn't look all that confident about it. He's got it. Tackled 26 out from his own line. 6-0 in favour of the Canberra Raiders here. We've had nearly 8 minutes. Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, it's all Canberra at the moment. Their kick chase has been unbelievable. Their line speed, they're well in this contest. Penrith have started on the back foot.
They seem to be out enthusing Penrith at the moment. The Canberra side, although Canberra gives away a set restart, 4 metres short of halfway. It comes left now to Moses Leota, and he's going to be taken. Standing in the tackle, 7 metres inside Canberra territory. Plays it to Lussick. Comes left to Yo. Through hand. Smith away to Isaiah Papali'i. And down he goes. 34 out from the Canberra line. 20 in from touch, western side. Dummy half Lussick. Goes open side right to Lindsay Smith. Drifted across field. Past to Yo to Cleary. Dummies go through. He's over the 20. Cleary gets support to his right to Liam Martin. And Penrith bounce back. Brilliant try set up by running Nathan Cleary. Try to Liam Martin. 1 Wonderful try scored by Penrith. 8.5 minutes gone. It's Canberra 6, Penrith 4. Martin the try, but the assist goes to Nathan Cleary.
Oh, absolutely, Andrew. And no sooner have I mentioned that he's not carrying the ball at all. Yo gives him some early ball there. He attacks the line down that right-hand side. He's got a lot of movement around him. The show and go there just gets into space. That's Nathan Cleary at his best.
Yeah, he's running a couple wide of the ruck and went straight through. And then he had Liam Martin backing up, and his mum will be very happy with that, Michael Carianis.
Yes, Maxine Martin. I saw her yesterday out and about, so she's here in Mudgee to watch her boy play, and it was a nice bit of work there from Nathan Cleary. Just got on the outside of Zach Hoskin. We touched on the fact that the Canberra Raiders missing both their starting edge players, Hudson Young, Noel Martin. So two big outs, and they've capitalised there.
6-4. Tell you what, loving the start of the game. If this is the sort of attack we're going to see. Although, as we said up until a minute ago, Canberra right on top of Penrith.
And that's what you get when you get super classy players, Andrew. You can be, being dominated. They get that 6 again. And on about the 8th play, that's where Nathan Cleary iced it.
So Nathan Cleary, 20 metres out, 12 metres in from the eastern touchline, 6-4 in favour of Canberra. And now Cleary to level the scores. Here at Glen Willow Stadium. Right boot. Cleary moves in, he strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal, and we are level at 6. Penrith 6, Canberra 6, after earlier the Warriors thrashed the Gold Coast by 42 points to 6. Packed house here in Mudgee, great atmosphere, and a try to each time in the opening, each team rather, in the opening 10 minutes of the game. So proud to be the only radio station who's made the trek to a regional area yet again. It's always the case. And I promise you, we're very proud that we do get the opportunity to come to these venues, meet the locals, and just get a feel for the hunger that people in these regional areas have for NRL footy.
Speaking of hunger, Andrew, those sausage sandwiches are terrible.
What? Here's the kick-off, and Lindsay Smith's taken 12 out from his own goal line. Yeah, there's an amazing barbecue with a staff of around 20 volunteers from the Mudgee Junior Rugby League Football Club, and we felt obligated to help them out. Here's Lussick.
Twice.
Comes to the right to Leota. And he's wrapped up, 34 out from his own line. They're beautiful, but if I see another sausage in the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be sick. Here's Liam Martin in centre field. And he's dumped to the ground. 3 short of halfway, the Penrith try scorer. Really good set this for Penrith. Lussick goes left to Yo. Left foot step into Mariota and Horsburgh. And he's on his knees, 8 metres in Canberra territory. Played on the last. Lussick to the right. Cleary, he sends the kick down to the left wing of Jed Stewart. He moves across, catches it. 6 out from his own line. Looks a great chase by Penrith, headed by Smith and Lussick. 10 metres out from the Canberra line. 6 all the score. And we've had 11 minutes of play here in Mudgee. And it comes back to me to one thing, Matt Elliott, the set restart that Canberra gave away near halfway.
Absolutely, Andrew. And again, they're carried by Casey McLean, the next tackle. And then all of a sudden, Panthers line speed's back. They're actually dominating, the contact again. And that wasn't happening at the beginning of the game.
Here's Ethan Strange taking on the line, but Feld 25 out from his own line by Lindsay Smith. Plays the ball. Owen Paddy goes right to Horsburgh, centre field. Standing in the tackle, held the call. 32 out from his own line by Adam G. And on the last, it's Ethan Sanders with another wobbly-looking left foot kick. Jackson Edgar, he has the catch. 13 out from his own line. Heads over the 20 to the 30. Bang! He's hit a great tackle. 27 out from his own goal line. That was Joe Tarpon at his best. It's played and it comes left away now to Jenkins. He's caught 35 out from his own line by Sanders and Smith. His ball played to Cogger. Open side right to McLean. And Casey's tackled 6 short of halfway near centre field by Horsburgh and Hosking. Played to the dummy half, Lussick. He sent it away to the right edge. Tackle made 2 metres in Canberra territory on To'o. Now they go right. Cleary away to Paul Alamotti. He's caught. No, the ball comes out the back to Cleary. Back it goes to the left. Leota to Yo to Smith. Then away. Cogger linked up with McLean. And Xavier Savage in off the wing. Great ball in all defence. 33 out from the Canberra line. 10 in from touch western side. Played on the last. Isaiah Papali'i goes right to Cogger. Kick downfield for Kyo Weeks. He takes it. 10 out from his own own line. Bounced away from Cleary. Look out. But he's going to be caught in centre field. 10 out from his own goal line. 6 all the score here in Mudgee. We've had 13 minutes down to the touchline. Michael Carianis.
Yeah, much better from the Penrith Panthers. As we said, they missed the jump, but they found a way to get their ascendancy back. And now it's just Xavier Savage just getting a little bit of treatment with the trainer at the moment. He's got a bleeding nose.
Yeah, I think that might have been from that big ball and all tackle he pulled off. Now it's Canberra. Going outside its own 20 through Tarpany. He gets to the 30-metre line, held up there by Papali'i and Liotta. Played to Paddy. He takes off from dummy. Half-o and Paddy ducked underneath one. Now wrapped up 7 short of halfway, having beaten Liam Martin. Last play, Sanders under pressure from Papali'i. Spiralling kick down to Jenkins with the catch. 16 out from his own line. He brings it over the 20, and he's put to the ground by Sebastian Chris. Now 30 metres out from his own line with help from Atta Mariotta. Now at a dummy half, Cogger managed to beat Mariotta. Caught 6 short of halfway. 15 in from the western touchline by Horsburgh. Played to Edgar. He sends it right to McLean. Casey's tackled 3 metres inside Canberra territory by Horsburgh, involved again with Paddy. Now comes to the right. Yo through hands, Cleary to Martin. Pass that's knocked by Paul Alamotti over the eastern touchline. Well, that was an inexplicable error from Penrith, and it's something like that can change things very dramatically. It's going to be a Canberra play the ball 4 metres short of halfway. 6 all the score, and we've had 14 minutes of play. And that pass just went beyond Alamotti.
Yeah, Liam Martin would like to hit the rewind button on that one, Andrew. But what we're starting to see here is this game is going to be decided by moments rather than consistent play, because both of these teams are going at each other. Another 6 again.
Yeah, set restart in the play. The ball goes to the Canberra Raiders, and they take play 9 metres in Penrith territory. 18 in for the western touchline. That's where Mariotta plays the ball to Paddy. Spins it away left to Corey Horsburgh, and he's going to be wrapped up 35 out from the Penrith goal line. Owen Paddy dummy half. Comes to the right to Kyo Weeks. Turns it on the inside to Seb Chris. He's taken over the top by Lussick and down low by Liotta. He plays it quickly to Paddy. Goes right to Kyo Weeks. Weeks takes on the defence, and he's going to be wrapped up. 18 out from the Penrith line. 10 in from touch on the western side. Dummy half Paddy. Spins it away left now to Sanders, away to Horsburgh. Big dummy by Corey. Comes back towards the right. He popped the ball to Tarpany. Tarpany straight past 2 of them. Now wrapped up 12 out from the goal line. Last tackle Canberra. Paddy, the ball goes astray. I think he's trying to get a penalty from the marker, but the ball is just flung over the western touchline. Change over to Penrith, 10 out for their own goal line, and the scores remain locked at 6, and we've had 15 minutes and 20 seconds.
That was a poor decision by Paddy, and he's had a really good start to this game. The closest play to that pass from dummy half that went straight over the sideline was 5 metres.
So now it's Penrith. Outside their 20 through Alamotti. And he's caught 27 out from his own goal line by Strange. Plays the ball, they work it left to Jenkins in centre field. Tom Jenkins caught 12 short of halfway. Good strong run in centre field, taken by Paddy. Played to Lussick. Goes left to Lindsay Smith now. He's wrapped up 3 or 4 short of halfway. 20 in from the western touchline by Sanders. And Smithies played to Lussick. Goes right to Isaiah Yeo. Isaiah straight through. He's up over the 40, taken 32 out from the goal line after he strolled through Horsburgh. Played quickly. It comes right to running. Cleary puts it on the toe. Martin leading the pursuit. Kyo Weeks dives on the ball. It wasn't the best kick from Cleary in the end. Weeks has it 5 out, 5 in the northeast corner here in Mudgee. It's played, and it comes right to Jed Stewart. He's caught for Canberra. 9 out from his own line. 6 all the score. 16 and a half gone down to the touchline. Michael Carianis.
Yeah, dangerous again on that right-hand side of the field. The Penrith Panthers, they attacked that way and almost sliced through again, but the Raiders are just off the boil at the moment.
So now it's Canberra with the footy about 19-20 out from their own line, centre field. 2 tackles left in the set. Ball played, and it comes left to Smithies. He's wrapped up 27 out from his own line. Bring up the last tackle for Canberra. Owen Paddy goes right. Kick downfield from Ethan Strange. End over end. Dropping back is Jenkins at the athletic catch facing his own goal line in the end. 10 out from his own line. Heads over the 20. And he's looking for a way through. Doesn't find one as he's caught 32 out from his own line. Plays it to Cogger. Goes short side left to Jackson Edgar. He's wrapped up 3 short of halfway. 20 in from the western touchline by Strange. Played to Cogger. Goes right to McLean. And Casey McLean's caught 7 metres in Canberra territory. 6 all the score here in Mudgee. Played to Lussick. He goes right this time. A stepping run from To'o. He's caught 31 out from the line in front of the northern goalpost. Lussick dummy half. Goes left to Yo, who's been brilliant. He straightens, taken by Tarpany over the top. 22 out from the line. Played on the last to Lussick. Goes left to Cleary. Puts up the kick. The target is Jenkins against Savage. Up they go. Jenkins the catch. He's short of the goal line and Savage wraps him up. It was well played by Xavier. Change over to Canberra. A metre out from the Raiders line. Canberra 6, Penrith 6 after 18 minutes.
Yeah, Andrew, they go 80 metres in that set of 6, and their line speed again racks up against this Canberra Raiders side. They're just slowly sucking the juice out of them.
Tell you, I'm enjoying the game though so far.
Oh, it's such a high-quality game of footy.
Kaya Weeks a dummy half. Sends it left to Sebastian Chris. He's tackled. 26 out from his own goal line by Isaiah Yo. Owen Paddy works it left to Jed Stewart in centre field, in off the left wing. And he's caught mid-quarter halfway, Canberra territory. Paddy sends it. Gee, that looked forward. Away to his right. Strange to Sanders to Weeks. Then to Chris. Away to a Savage. He beats Jenkins, but they've brought it back for the forward pass. I think the call came from the touch judge right in front of us on this western side. And I'll say this to the touchy. You're 100% right. That looked forward even from up here. And Penrith will have a scrum feed 6 metres in Canberra territory.
Yeah, you're right, Andrew. It was, again, just a little bit of hesitation in that pass and moving it on. Xavier Savage not happy about it. And I tell you what, if they execute that pass, it's try time. 19
minutes gone. 6 all the score. Canberra scored first early in the 4th minute to Matt Timmercore. And Penrith hit back 5 minutes later to Liam Martin. And Penrith seems on top at the moment. Scrum is won. And Tong beat one tackle. Now caught 35 metres out from the Canberra goal line. By Smithies. He plays it to Lussick. Goes right to Liam Martin on the right edge. He's caught 27 metres out from the line. 15 in from touch eastern side. Lussick goes open side left to Moses. Leotta. Good strong run from Leotta. Standing in the tackle. Now on his knees. 14 out from the goal line. Lussick comes left to Yo. Plays it across field to Lindsay Smith. He's cut down. 7 out from the Canberra line and they pushed him. It's set restart here for Penrith. Smith goes right now. Cogger puts it on the toe on play 1. Looking for Alamotti. Looking for Martin. He might have dived over at Alamotti. We go to the bunker. Let's have a listen. Was there a push?
Hey, Ash. Coming into one, we've got no try. Or to knock on in goal. Just make sure there's no interference with Paul Alamotti. Just wait, Joe. I'll come back to you.
So 6 all the score. 19 minutes and 44 seconds gone.
Yeah, I was just about to mention what Jack Cogger's bringing to the team. Obviously, their left side defence has gone up another level. But he just brings poise around Nathan Cleary. That was a play 1 kick he's come up with there, so it's a big play.
Should Alamotti have got that down?
Did he get pushed in the back?
Jed Stewart coming in, was it?
So that's a bin.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's nearly a penalty try.
Yeah.
If he's deemed to push him off the ball, touchline, Michael Carianis.
It's super tight there, boys, just to see if he's got a touch on it when touch on the ball when Jed Stewart gets to him, or is it beforehand? It's pretty. I'm going to say it's okay.
Yes, I
think it's okay. Paul Alamotti looked like he tried to pick the ball up instead of just grounding it in the in goal. It's all very strange, but I'm going to clear that. I'm going to call a knock on Alamotti.
Do you know what? Again, our replay screen's 100 miles away, but I agree with what the assessment from MC.
Yeah, this angle actually shows that his left hand's on him before actually he makes contact.
And what was he doing with his hands, Alamotti?
Well, I think
all he had to do was go doink.
I've heard you say doink for about 12 years now, so that's all that was required was for him to dive on the ball there. And it was a try.
It doesn't seem like we can hear the bunker and Ashley Klein, but I can tell you they're still looking at replays. Score as it stands right now is 6 apiece. So we don't think Alamotti got it down, do we?
No, it's not. That's not even in the...
But Liam Martin does. Liam Martin does. So
did you just hear that? It's going to be a try.
It is a try to Liam Martin. So Alamotti not deemed to have knocked it on, and Liam Martin coming through. Play to the whistle. Liam Martin did that. He grounds it. It is a try, and it's Penrith 10, Canberra 6.
Well, that try came to Liam Martin with jingle bells written on it, dashing through the snow, because he was just showing up after to celebrate the try and grounded the ball. So Again, Jack Cogger, who came up with a brilliant kick there through the defensive line on play 1 after a 6 again. He's had a really good start to this game.
Liam Martin's got a double in the first 20 minutes of the game. Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, look, we are a very long way away from the screen, but for mine, Alamotti knocks the ball on. Well, as he was trying to ground it, I don't know what he was trying to do. He's trying to pick the ball up, and he definitely gets... Does he get a knock? He gets a touch there, right?
It looked like a touch to me.
If it touches his hand, it's got to be a knock-on, doesn't it?
We are a long way away, so let's just say that, right?
I don't think it touches his hand. It looked like his forearm. But that it almost feels like that screen's in Lithgow.
Yeah. So here's the kick. It is a try no matter what. Liam Martin and, you know, the bunker there watching TV's right in front of them, so that advantage them at this point. Cleary, 20 metres out, 12 in from the eastern touchline, similar to where he converted the first Liam Martin try. Penrith in front, 10-6. And now Nathan Cleary. Moves in here with the right boot. Cleary strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. Another beautiful strike from the Panthers, number 7. And now Penrith in front by 12 points to 6. Here at Glen Willow Stadium after 21 minutes and 15 seconds around the grounds in that AFLW International. Boy, it's Australia 76. Leading Ireland 34. That's a long way for the Irish to come to get a thumping like that in a record-breaking day for AFLW at North Sydney Oval. So the kickoff coming now from Kyo Weeks. It's incredible, isn't it? That one set restart on halfway. Canberra led 6-0 and looked right on top. And ever since, Penrith looked right on top. The kickoff's taken 5 metres out from the Penrith line. And on the return comes Lindsay Smith into Tarpany and Mariotta. And tackled 16 out from the Penrith line. Horsburgh in there as well. Played to Lussick, goes right to Papali'i, and really out of the tackle was Owen Paddy. But finished off there beautifully by Smithies. And also in there was Hosking. Now it's Isaiah Yeo who's caught. Make it 22 out from the Penrith line southern end. Plays it, they work it left to Moses Leota. Good galloping run, centre field. Caught by Mariotta. 34 out from his own line. Lussick to the left. Cogger kicks from inside the 40. Kyo Weeks tracking it. And there's backspin on it, which is favourable for Weeks. 15 out from his own line. What a great chase. Although Weeks bounced away from Cogger and Lussick. But now he's caught. 17 out from his own line. There's the impact you're talking about again from the new Penrith number 6.
Yeah, he's just been on fire. He's just taken that little bit of pressure off Nathan Cleary that he's had to sort of do everything in recent weeks. Can I also say Kyo Weeks, he's not just a brilliant player carrying the ball. His positional play in both attack and defence is just spot on.
So now Canberra sends it left edge to Timokor. He's wrapped up. 33 out from his own line, 15 in from the eastern touchline. It comes open side right to Smithies. He's felled 8 metres short of halfway. Last tackle now for Canberra. Paddy goes right to Sanders. Left foot kick, end over end. Dropping back Jenkins. He's under it. Drifts back again, but catches it on the full. 12 out from his own line. Brings it back to the 20. And taken by Chris and Mariotta. 22 out from the Penrith line. 20 in from touch on the western side. Now it comes right to McLean. He's wrapped up, 24 out from his own line. Scott Sorensen about to come on for Penrith. They work it right to Brian To'o. He's caught 33 out from his own line. Penrith 12, leading Canberra 6, and we've had 23 minutes of play as the Panthers get to within 6 of halfway. Dummy half Lussick goes left to Yeo, away to Smith. Turns it back to Cogger, then away to Casey McLean. Bounced away from Seb Chris into Ethan Sanders. Mariotta with the assist. 10 metres in Canberra territory, 8 in from touch western side. McLean was clutching at his face and his hair, but he shrugs it off and he plays it on the last to Isaiah Papali'i. Goes right to Cleary under pressure, so linked up with Jackson Edgar. Away to Lussick, who kicked it across his body. Straight there on the bounce to Xavier Savage on the 20. He gets straight past Edgar, and now he's caught 34 out from the Canberra line. Good pressure on the last defensively from Canberra, and now Canberra earns a set restart. Lindsay Smith, who must give away as many set restarts as any player in the game. And Chris is now caught right edge, 7 metres short of halfway, with 16 minutes to go in the first half. Right edge play on the short side. Mariota for Canberra. Encroaches into Penrith territory by half a metre. Finished off by Papali'i and Cogger. 5 in from touch. Played to Weeks. Goes to his left to Sanders. Then centre field to Horsburgh. He straightens into Smith and Yeo and Sorensen and down. 3 metres in Penrith territory with the Panthers up 12-6. Owen Paddy goes left to Tarpany to Sanders to Strange. Cut out ball to Jed Stewart. Got straight past To'o. But now he's going to be caught. Liam Martin involved in the tackle. 34 out from the Penrith line. 10 in from touch eastern side. Plays it. It goes open side right. On the charge is Hosking. Zach Hosking, good run. Gets to within 19 metres of the goal line. Last tackle for Canberra. Paddy goes right to Sanders. Up goes the kick. Looking for the target of Jed Stewart. Well short of the goal line. Stewart knocks it backwards. Picked up by Kyo Weeks, 18 out. Then beyond the 20 to Ethan Sanders. Puts on another kick. This time it dribbles in goal. Work to do for Jackson Edgar. He's got the ball and he beats the defence. And he's into the field of play by half a metre. Great work, Jackson Edgar. Played to Cogger. Goes left to Jenkins through one. Wrapped up 10 out from his own line. Penrith 12, Canberra 6. 14 minutes 45 left in the half. As now McLean, Matty, is tackled on his own 20.
Yeah, outstanding play from Edgar, but also a great set by the Canberra Raiders there. This is the first time we've seen Penrith pushing off the back fence since the first 10 minutes. They're 30 metres out. They're on play 4.
Yeah, from their own goal line as the ball's played on the field, by the way, for Penrith. Liam Henry playing the ball. And the Panthers work at centre field, 13 short of halfway. Sorensen plays it and it comes right to Cleary from inside the 40. Kicks it over the head of Jed Stewart. Side spin. It's over the touchline. But where? 40-20 or not. Touchy's flag is on the outside of the 20. So it'll be a play the ball for Penrith. 21 out for their own line. 12-6 Panthers. We check in on the touchline. Michael Carianis.
Yeah, we've got a challenge here.
Kick was on the 5th and last. Panthers are challenging the ruling of 40-20.
Again, it's on the other side of the
ruling. We believe it crosses at the junction, not beyond it.
I'm sitting with the touch judge at this point, MC, but again, where it's on the other side of the field. So
we're a long way away, but you know they got those 40
kick inside the 40-metre line.
Those 20-metre posts. It looked like it went out off the back of the on the other side of that.
Over 21 metres out. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Ooh, but look where that post is.
I thought it was on the Penrith side of the Gus Wallen post.
On the southern side of the Gus Wallen post, yes. So that they got it 100% right. I wouldn't have I thought that was a waste of a challenge.
I was about to say, that is a very strange challenge. So anyway, Canberra does have the footy and Penrith's challenge is gone. And Canberra 19 out from their own line on this western side. That's where Mariota plays the ball to Paddy. He sends it open side left as Canberra take it up over their 20-metre line. 18 in from touch western side. Tarpany plays it to Paddy. Goes left to Corey Horsburgh. Tarpany having played it sprints from the field and Josh Papali'i comes on. He looks like he's had some invigorating conversation through the day, Papali'i. Ethan Sanders, he straightens, wrapped up 32 out from his own line. Do you know anything about that, Michael?
What was that interest? Sorry.
That's all right. ABC Radio, just tune in. Here's Papali'i. He's going to be caught 9 metres short of halfway. Last tackle, Canberra. Ball will be played to Paddy. He sent it left to Sanders for the kick from his own 40-metre line. And this looks wonky down to To'o. He looked uncertain, but he's got the catch. 22 out from his own line. Starts across field, straightens, and Brian To'o caught by Hosking. Right on the Penrith 30 and 20 in from touch on the eastern side. It's 12-6 in favour of the Panthers after 27 minutes of play. Canberra led 6-0 and then Penrith 2 tries to Liam Martin to hit the front. Alamotti 11 short of halfway. Plays it centre field left to Jenkins. He's going to be wrapped up 5 metres short of halfway for the Panthers. In there was Papali'i, Horsburgh and Mariota. Played to Lussick. Sends it left to Henry. He's dumped to the ground. 5 metres in Canberra's half now. 20 in from the western touchline by Big Papa. Lussick goes right to Yeo. Then he links up with Nathan Cleary. Takes on the defence. Lovely tackle down low by Hosking. Strains there as well. 36 out from the line, but then they went on with the job. A bit of a shove down on Cleary, and as a result, a penalty goes to Penrith. So it's in goal kicking range should they choose to go down that route. 35 metres out, but they're not going to. They don't even consider it, and Nathan Cleary will find touch on the eastern side.
Well, Andrew, you talked about big moments. A last paid penalty on play 6, getting up and showing that ill discipline and giving, Penrith this sort of field position trouble time.
Tap 20 metres out. Comes left to Paul Alamotti, and he's caught 12 metres out from the Canberra line. Crowd getting behind the Panthers here. Ball played now to Lussick. He comes left away to Isaiah Yeo. Yeo over the 10-metre line, held up by 3 Raiders defenders, 9 metres away, including Horsburgh and Paddy. It's played to Lussick. Comes out to the right to Cleary, then away through hands. It goes to Sorensen. He's caught about 5 metres out from the goal line. Stands in the tackle of Papali'i. Plays the ball to Lussick. Back left to Liam Martin, looking for a third, but he gets it out the back to Lussick. That was terrible play from Liam Martin. Oh, sorry, Liam's mum. It's going to be a Canberra scrum feed. 10 out from the Raiders line. What a let-off from a senior player like Liam Martin. An error just trying to force the pass. 11 minutes, 10 left in the half, and it's 12-6 Penrith over Canberra.
Yeah, really poor decision there by Liam Martin, Andrew. And I tell you what, I also think that the Canberra Raiders should give each other a really big pat on the back there, because they got asked some major questions there early in that set, and they just keep showing up for each other.
So I go down to the touchline. Do you reckon he's listening?
Who?
Carrianas. Who? You haven't met him? Michael Carrianas, down to you.
Yeah, poor pass there from Liam Martin, surrounded by 4 Canberra Raiders players, made the pass impossible for Freddie Lussick to try and scoop up.
Good job, MC. Here's Paddy. Oh, he throws the ball away. Scooped up now by Hosking. He's scored 15 out from his own line. I've got a son of a mate of mine, Patrick Kelly, who we call Paddy, who's the best asker of rugby league questions of anyone on the planet. Hello, Paddy. And every time Owen Paddy goes into dummy half, all I can see is Patrick Kelly. But it's Owen Paddy right on the Canberra 30. He sends it away right, floats the pass away through hands Horsburgh. He got it on to Sanders. He's caught on his own 30-metre line, and Canberra looking a bit discombobulated right now. Paddy goes right to Mariota. That's a good strong run from out of Mariota. Standing in the tackle, 7 short of halfway. 20 in from the western touchline. Played on the last to Paddy. Goes left to Sanders. A left foot spiralling kick. Not a tight torpedo. Taken by 12 out from his own line. Gives the pass left to Adger. They got the overlap to Jenkins. He's up over the 30. Then he accelerates. Got straight past Strange. Cut back in field. Knocked to the ground there by Sanders and Chris. 3 metres in Canberra's half. 8 in from touch western side. Penrith with it at a 12-6 lead. Play to McLean. Goes right to Edgar. He straightens and wrapped up 9 metres in Canberra territory. 12-6 Penrith leads. 9 minutes 30 left in the half. Dummy half Lussick. Centre field right to Yeo away. Cleary to Martin. Liam Martin's taken. 33 out from the Canberra line. 15 in from the eastern touchline. Played to Lussick. Back to the left on the open side. Cleary turns it in for Yeo. Yeo runs across field. Wrapped up. 27 metres out from the Canberra line. 20 in from touch eastern side. Lussick comes left to Cogger. Then Cleary tips it on. Off the bounce from McLean. McLean straight past him. Jenkins is there in support, and Milky has number 27 on the year. Tom Jenkins scores a try. The tip on from Cleary went along the ground. Great work from Casey McLean, and a perfect pass to Tom Jenkins. He's over to score, and now it's Penrith 16, leading Canberra 7 in Mudgee. 8 minutes 40 left in the half.
Well, Andrew, that started way back in their own territory when Brian Toto caught the ball on the right-hand side, shifted it to Milky. Then they go upfield. What about Isaiah Yeo at the moment? He's just having an absolute blinder. Nathan Cleary passes the ball to his left, the old bounce pass. He does that on purpose, I'm sure. Off the ground. Casey McLean picks it up, gets Seb to sink it on him. He just makes a beautiful pass.
Tom Jenkins, 27 tries, Michael Carrianas.
Yeah, unbelievable. This one was one of the easiest ones he's scored all year. Casey McLean did all the hard work on the inside and just burnt a couple of the Raiders defenders, Seb Chris and Xavier Savage, and beautiful pass, and you have to race 5 metres and put the ball down.
He did. So now it is 16-6. Shout out to Channel 9 commentator Matt Thompson, enjoying the coverage, sending me a text. Hello, Matthew. And Nathan Cleary, 20 metres out, 1 metre in from the western touchline. 16-6 Penrith. The change from the opening 8 minutes, where Penrith looked a little off the pace, Canberra looked all over them, has been quite dramatic.
Absolutely, Andrew, but there's been some inexperienced play there from the Raiders as well. Just, you know, penalties on last play, giving up 6 again, but wow, the Panthers may not have come out of the blocks at full speed, but the momentum they've got at the moment is just mind-blowing.
So Cleary on the western side, right on the touchline. 16-6 Penrith. Under 8 minutes to go in an entertaining first half, but Penrith really asserting its ascendancy now. Cleary 2 from 2. We've got a great view of it from our broadcast position in the camera well. Here comes Cleary. He strikes it, heading towards the post. He likes it. He's kicked it straight over the black dot. He's 3 out of 3. Penrith 18, Canberra 6, NRL Saturday here on ABC Sport. And we have 7 minutes and 23 seconds left in the half.
And what about the impact of Nathan Cleary and Jose Yeo after that slow start? They have been... That's what leadership looks like in real time. That was just amazing. But both of them have been incredible.
AFLW final quarter, Australia 90, Ireland 41. Earlier at Robina, Warriors 42, crushed Gold Coast 6. And still to come, Brisbane against Newcastle at Lang Park. And we'll set the scene at half-time with Quentin Hull and Billy Moore. And right through until 10 o'clock this evening. So here's Penrith outside the 20. Dummy half is Lussick. He worked it right, and some heavy defence this time coming from the Raiders. It was Chris in there with Josh Papali'i. They work it right to McLean. He's tackled 33 out from his own goal line for Penrith Southern End. Played to Lussick. He goes right to Isaiah Yeo. Plays out the back. And the tackle made here on Cleary. 9 short of halfway. Played to Lussick. Takes off from dummy half. Back towards centre field. Tucks it under his arm. Beats one. Still going, Lussick. Great run. Caught 36 out from the goal line. And on the field helping was Matty Nicholson in defence. Comes right on the last to Cleary. Sends a towering kick down to Kyo Weeks. Martin in pursuit. Weeks the catch. Martin the tackle with Alamotti. 12 out from the Canberra line. And it remains Penrith leading 18-6 over Canberra. And left on the clock in this first half, 6 minutes and 20 seconds. And every set seems to be starting for the Raiders in the same part of the field. So work it right edge this time to Savage and off the wing. Runs into Isaiah Papali'i in Cogger and Shubh back. 19 out from the Canberra line. They look out of energy at the moment, Canberra. And now I thought he dropped it, Xavier Savage, but told to play. Get a shove from Freddie Lussick. And now plays it to Paddy. Comes left to Horsburgh. He's caught in centre field, 28 out from his own goal line. Yeo is involved with Sorensen. Now played, and they work it to the left edge. And here's a heavy tackle, 12 metres short of halfway, coming from Liam Henry on Mariota, and a late decision to issue the penalty to the Canberra Raiders. Penalties 2-1 to the Raiders. It is Liam Henry who's penalised, 18-6 in favour of Penrith. And we have tick over 5.5 minutes to go in the half. What did you think? Was it a lifting tackle or not?
It was a lifting tackle. It's the right call, but a tough call. It was a really good contact. He just turned him over. He may have lifted his legs up a little bit. Nothing dangerous in it, but the right call.
Canberra finds touch, 10 metres in Penrith territory. Tap from Timmercorker straight through Brian To'o. But there are 3 defenders there, and he's nearly driven into the touchline, so he released the footy, picked up by Penrith, and Canberra's challenge last one play. Liam Henry's caught 26 out from his own goal line. Plays the ball, they spin it to the left. Papali'i to Cogger to McLean. Steps away from a couple. Horsburgh slipped over. McLean tackled, 32 out from his own line by Nicholson. Play and it goes right to Isaiah Papali'i. Paddy and Nicholson involved in the tackle with Horsburgh, 8 short of the halfway mark. Dummy half Lussick, open side right to Yeo. Short ball away to support as the tackles comes about 2 metres inside Canberra's territory by Mariota there on Sorensen. They go right to Cleary, sends it back to the left to Edgar. He fires it away. Cogger, quick hands to Isaiah Papali'i. Left foot step past one, fends away from Nicholson, then got a ball away to Cleary. Cleary scoots away from Sanders, 22 metres out, or Stranger was. Still going, turns it into Alamotti. Alamotti beats one, caught 11 out from the goal line. Played quickly on the last. Lussick swings it back to the left. Through hands they go to Yeo. Then away Cogger, crossfield kick, looking for Jenkins. Jenkins the catch. Oh, he did it the Milky Way. He's got a double. He's got 28 on the year. He outleapt Xavier Savage, and X marked the spot. But it's Tom Jenkins. Perfect kick from Cogger. Perfect play from Penrith after Canberra tossed it away on play 1 at the other end. Penrith 22, Canberra 6. We have in the first half 3.5 to go, and the Panthers at the moment, Matthew Elliott, are putting on an absolute clinic.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. And as you said, you can't play no-risk play against the Panthers and win. But the trouble with that is when you do take the risk and you come up with an error on play 1, the consequence is what we just witnessed there. Their key players step up, get them down the right end of the field. And again, Cogger, what about that for a well-balanced kick? As soon as it went in the air, what were you thinking?
Try to Tom Jenkins.
You could just see his timing on it. the way that he was approaching the ball from outside in, there was no other result coming their way.
Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, it's unbelievable his position, and he's able to position himself, his confidence, his leap on him at the moment. He's unstoppable, Tom Jenkins. I know he was spoken about around a potential New South Wales debut throughout Origin, but he has to be closing in on a Test jersey now.
He is as good as any winger in the game, Jenkins. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Not just finishing, and at 28 tries.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. But the work he does getting out of their own end, he's everywhere. Evasive runner. Great tall mark for Cleary, or now Cogger. And it's 22-6 to Penrith, and Cleary 20 metres out. 4 in from the western touchline.
And that's a really good... I'll actually let Nathan kick the ball first, Andrew.
I'm on the edge of my pew waiting for your point now. Here's Cleary. Staring down at the footy. It's been his friend this evening so far. Here he comes. Strikes it, heading towards the post. He likes it. He shaved the upright. He kicks the goal. He's 4 out of 4. And Penrith 24 leading Canberra 6.
Yeah, we talked to Matt Cameron before the game, Andrew, and he spoke about Ivan's ability, you know, to bring people through and get the best out of him. Well, I just think that Jenkins is the perfect example of it. You know, he's always been a solid player, but he's gone beyond solid.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me who a better winger in the comp is than him.
I can't think of one right now. 54% possession for Penrith, who have completed at 89%. Canberra, by the way, at 84%. That's far from horrible. Kyo Weeks. And all their sets are beginning, you know, deep inside their own 20. Kickoff taken, and Henry on the return. Powered his way through Mariota. Tackled by Nicholson, 11 out from the Penrith line. Dummy half Lussick goes right to Yeo. Then away to Cleary. Double cutout pass, not a good one, but it bounces straight into the chest of Brian To'o past Stewart. And now wrapped up 32 out from the goal line. He was looking to link up too, Brian To'o. Played to Alamotti. Sends it left away to Liam Martin, who scored Penrith's first 2 tries of the night. Here he's wrapped up, Maxine's boy. 12 short of halfway. Played to Lussick. Floats it left to Isaiah Yeo. He's caught 5 short of halfway. Dummy half is Lussick. He'll kick from dummy half. End over end down to the vacant Norreys corner. Weeks in pursuit. Backspin on. Oh, Weeks, did he knock that on? He did. The backspin got him, and he's knocked it between the wickets, right through his legs. Penrith scrum feed. 10 out from the Canberra line. 24-6 to Penrith. And with about 90 seconds left in the half, Michael Carianis, if Penrith score here, it's just about game over.
I reckon you should call it if they score here, Andrew.
Of course you do.
No way another miracle in Mudgee could happen again.
We've seen 2 miracles here. That one last year, which I must admit I don't remember anything of. But here calling a game with Connor Watson, Newcastle Manly turned out to be a ridiculous game as well, where Dom Young scored, I think, 36 tries. It was the double wow and the double crazy from Connor Watson. Penrith take the scrum feed, 10 in from touch. They spin it left to Cleary, turns it back on the inside. And now Penrith only 9 metres out from the Canberra line in front of the post. The ball played now by Henry. Lussick goes right through. Hands away now to Cleary. Then to Jackson Edgar, and the young fullback. A swan dive. He's over to score the try. As we enter the last minute of the first half, 54 seconds to go. Jackson Edgar's first try in the NRL. What a moment for him. Down in the northeast corner at Glenwillow Stadium in Mudgee. And Penrith now thrashing Canberra 28 points to 6.
Well, we've already seen twice this half they go down that right-hand side, Andrew, with Nathan Cleary, and obviously with Liam Martin playing out the front. He just sucks in a couple of defenders. Nathan Cleary, seriously. He made that look so easy. He squared the line up, got them to sink in, but I've got to say Edgar's timing on that was just perfect.
But Cleary's having one of those days that you do see from him where he is, it looks like he's just toying with the opposition.
And that's because what he's got with Cogger, Andrew, is the ability to scan the opposition before he gets the ball, because Cogger can run some of the play. He's not doing every play, but wow.
I should have mentioned this earlier, but Ralph Tucker informed me that for Tom Jenkins this year, just back on him for a moment, he's 28 tries. That's 12 doubles this year or better. He's only had 1 game where he scored a try and it ended up being just 1 try.
Is that doubles on the main game?
Here's the kick from Cleary. Then we'll check in with Michael Carianis. 28-6 to Penrith. You'll never know that Canberra started this game right on top of Penrith. He's 20 out. He's 13 in from the eastern touchline. What a remarkable first half. I think they're back, Matty, somehow.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, after a slow start, that's being polite, they have just hit the nos.
So here's Nathan Cleary, 4 out of 4. There have been some really good players for Penrith, and he may have been leading the way, Nathan Cleary. Here he comes. 12 in from touch. He strikes it. He likes it. He's kicked it again. He's 5 out of 5. And what about this half-time score? Penrith 30, Canberra 6. Michael Carianis down to you on the touchline.
Come on, Andrew, give us one. You can do it.
Your thoughts on the first half, please?
Just on that Liam Henry spear, dangerous tackle, he was actually placed on report. But aside from that, and aside from the opening 5 or so minutes, that was a total domination from the Penrith Panthers. We thought they missed the jump, but didn't they recover well to race in 30 points against a Canberra side who haven't been poor, mind you? Just shows the class of this Penrith side when they can turn it on.
Now for Penrith, they're 30 points. Tries to Liam Martin in the 9th and 20th minute. Tom Jenkins in the 32nd and 37th minutes. And Jackson Edgar's first try in the 40th. So 3 tries in 8 minutes before half-time, you'd think, to seal this game. Nathan Cleary, 5 goals from 5 attempts. Liam Henry on report in the 36th minute. 2 restarts and an unsuccessful challenge for Canberra. Well, the Raiders opened the scoring with a 4th-minute try to Matt Timokor. Ethan Sanders, 1 goal from 1 attempt. 3 restarts for the Canberra Raiders. But they've been outstanding. Full-time in the AFLW game at North Sydney Oval, Australia, 91. Have thrashed Ireland 41, a 50-point victory at North Sydney Oval. NRLW today, crowd of 7,142 at Wagga Wagga. West 32 beat Cronulla Sutherland 20. Roosters 38 defeated St George Illawarra 8 and an upset. North Queensland's first win of the season, beating Canberra 18 points to 16. You're with Matt Elliott. Michael Carianis, I'm Andrew Moore, NRL Saturday on ABC Sport. Earlier Warriors 42 thrashed Gold Coast 6. We've got another towel up here. Penrith 30 leading Canberra 6. And we'll be back with much more. Firstly, we'll be going to the ABC newsroom in a moment, but let's go to the Commonwealth Games studio on the way. Ned Hall is in there on this Saturday evening. G'day, Ned.
Good evening, Andrew. Yes, a busy night coming up at the Commonwealth Games, the penultimate day of competition. We'll start off at the athletics track where we're going to see plenty of action tonight. Potential medals in the 10-kilometre walk with 3 Australians starting off there. Matt Denny in the discus final as well will be amongst the favourites to win gold in that event. And Tom Reynolds goes in the 400 metres final a little bit later on. We've got the men's and women's 4x100 metre relays too taking part tonight. More of the action there, though, will take part overnight where there's some cracking events to look forward to, particularly the men's and women's miles with a full complement of 3 Australians in both of those finals. Ollie Hoare, who was knocked over in his semi-final run, in his heat run, he was reinstated to go straight into the final along with Cam Myers and Adam Spencer. Abby Caldwell, Claudia Hollingsworth and Jessica Hull all won in the women's mile event as well. And Peter Ball, Luke Boys and Peyton Craig are all running in the 800 metres final. That's not till tomorrow morning. Plenty more still to come through the evening, though. Before we go off air tonight, we'll have some boxing medals up for grabs. 3 Australians are fighting for gold tonight. Jai Dixon in the men's 55-kilogram category, Jacob Kassar in the 65 kilos, and Emma Sue Roundtree goes in the women's 75-kilogram category as well. We've also got some bowls on a little later on. Australia taking on New Zealand in the pairs. And just after we go off air tonight, Australia will be taking on Jamaica in the second of the netball semi-finals tonight. That's the latest from the Commonwealth Games. Back to the Rugby League. But first, a trip to the ABC newsroom.
ABC News with Noni Edwards. Foreign Affairs Minister Penny Wong has told the Gama Festival that Indigenous relationships in the Pacific are a vital tool of foreign policy, while also using her appearance to back multiculturalism. Nate Woodall reports from northeast Arnhem Land.
Foreign Affairs has taken centre stage today at Gama with guest appearances from Pacific Island officials and the Prime Minister of Timor-Leste, Xanana Gusmao. Penny Wong used her keynote speech to highlight the role of First Nations diplomacy in building ties with our Pacific neighbours, helping to show the world, she said, that Australia has never been a monoculture. Meanwhile, Yothu Yindi Foundation Chairman Jawa Yunupingu announced plans for a new breakaway land council, while Noel Pearson called for direct Commonwealth funding of remote Indigenous communities.
South Australian authorities are investigating a mass bird mortality event with more than 80 dead and 6 birds found off the state's southeast coast. The state government says aerial surveillance detected 49 dead and 35 sick greater crested terns at Cape Jaffa on Friday. The 84 birds will undergo testing for H5 bird flu and are not being considered as suspected cases at this stage. Tests have also confirmed the disease in another 20 birds, including a seagull in Robe, bringing the total number of confirmed cases in SA to 39. Detectives in Melbourne have charged a man as part of a probe into recent attacks on licensed venues. Investigators from Operation Eclipse arrested a 19-year-old man yesterday in the city's northwest and have charged him with drug and firearms trafficking. Police say they started investigating him when they received intelligence about drug and weapons trafficking, linking him to an offshore crime leader. Operation Eclipse was set up 3 months ago to look at violence on bars and nightclubs by organised crime groups. Internationally, the European Union's naval mission says a merchant ship has safely passed through the Red Sea under the protection of an Italian frigate. The mission, which is the EU's defensive maritime security operation in the region, did not identify the ship or disclose its flag, ownership or cargo details. Shipping in the Red Seas faced renewed disruption in recent weeks after Yemen's Iran-aligned Houthis declared a naval blockade on Saudi Arabia and subsequently attacked Saudi vessels, raising risks for commercial traffic and contributing to higher oil prices. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says his country's air defences have downed only one of 27 ballistic missiles launched by Russia in its latest attack. Larry Buttrose reports.
Mr. Zelensky says Russia launched the total of 35 missiles, including the 27 ballistic missiles and 185 attack drones. The capital, Kyiv, was the primary target of the aerial assault. At least 9 people were killed and nearly 30 injured, with the casualties including 4 children. Mr. Zelensky says the downing of just one of the incoming ballistic missiles comes as Ukraine now lacks interceptors for its US Patriot air defence systems against such missiles that travel at several times the speed of sound.
And that's the latest ABC News. There's more news at any time on ABC Listen.
Get ready for a year of Test cricket like you've never heard before.
Hits him hard and high, straight back down the ground for 6.
That's an amazing shot. 12 months, 20 Test matches. New Zealand at home over summer. The 3 most iconic overseas tours. The 150th anniversary Test under lights at the MCG. And it all begins August 13 with Australia versus Bangladesh on ABC Listen.
ABC sports coverage of the 2026 NRL Premiership.
Dummy half Lussick goes open side right to Lindsay Smith. Drifted across field past it, Yo to Cleary. Dummies go through. He's over the 20. Cleary gets support to his right to Liam Martin and Penrith bounce back. Brilliant try set up by running Nathan Cleary. Comes left to Cogger, then Cleary tips it on. Off the bounce from the Clean. The Clean straight past him. Jenkins is there in support and Milky has number 27 on the year. Tom Jenkins scores a try to tip on from Cleary, went along the ground. Great work from Casey McLean and a perfect pass to Tom Jenkins. He's over to score and now it's Penrith 16, leading Canberra 7 in Mudgee. 8 minutes 40 left in the half. Quarter 11 out from the goal line. Played quickly on the last. Lussick swings it back to the left. Through hands they go to Yo. Then away Cogger. Crossfield kick. Looking for Jenkins. Jenkins the catch. Oh, he did it the Milky Way. He's got a double. He's got 28 on the year. And now Penrith only 9 metres out from the Canberra line in front of the post. The ball played now by Henry. Lussick goes right through. Hands away now to Cleary. Then to Jackson Edgar and a young fullback. A swan dive. He's over to score the try. As we enter the last minute of the first half, 54 seconds to go. Jackson Edgar's first try in the NRL. What a moment for him. Down in the northeast corner at Glenwillow Stadium in Mudgee. And Penrith now thrashing Canberra 28 points to 6.
ABC sports coverage of the 2026 NRL Premiership.
On your radio, ABC Sport Digital Radio.
And ABC Listen.
That halftime score, Penrith 30, leading the Canberra Raiders 6 here at Glenwillow Stadium in Mudgee. The nightcap comes at Lang Park in Brisbane. The Broncos against a very desperate Newcastle Knights, albeit battered by injury. Quentin Hull is there to call the game with Billy Moore and Zane Bojack. Let's check on in. Hello, Q.
G'day, Andrew. Haven't the Knights been one of the great stories of the season? Wooden Spooners last year. First-year coach Justin Holbrook has them now dancing on that finals tightrope with 3 straight losses. And not only that 1-point result against the Roosters last week where they went down, but the injuries to Dylan Brown and Dylan Lucas in that game. So 11 wins, 8 losses, Newcastle come to the Cauldron against a Brisbane team which is now cast in the role of top 8 disruptor rather than top 8 contender. And we wait to see what we're going to get tonight. Callum Ponga is back for the Knights, though he did miss last week with a quad injury. Dane Gagai didn't play either with a calf, so a couple of experienced players back there. And the exciting young edge forward Jermaine McEwen returns after 3 games out with a hamstring injury. So there are a few key players returning for the Knights, despite Brown, Lucas being out for the rest of the season. For the Broncos, Gemmet Shibasaki has got a bit of a leg complaint. Probably won't be required tonight. Preston Ricky definitely not playing, picking up an ankle injury in the loss to the Cowboys in Townsville last week. Grant Anderson into the back line and Jaden Hunt comes onto the bench. Billy Moore, welcome to you. The Broncos, only 6 wins for the season. Surely the story tonight is around the Knights this season, which I mentioned has been a great story from Wooden Spooners, first-year coach, right in contention. But just as they can see getting to the finals, they get 2 key players struck down for the rest of the year. How are you?
G'day, Q. I'm great. Hi to our wonderful listeners. Yeah, great game of footy I think will unfold here tonight. Looking forward to seeing the 14th place Broncos up against the 7th place Knights before the start of this round. I agree. Newcastle is one of, if not the highlight of season 2026. They bought Dylan Brown. Everyone went, oh, you paid $1.3 million a year for 10 years. Is he worth it? Well, he's been great. But what I've seen inside the squad, I'm excited to see the way their Tier 3 players become Tier 2. The Tier 2 players become Tier 1. They've got something working in the Hunter. And Rugby League's always a better place when the Hunter works. So I'm excited for them. Devastating injuries last night. But are they dead in the water? No, they're not. They probably need 2 more wins in the remaining couple of games, 5 games, to see them play finals, which will be an amazing effort coming from the Spoon. And they couldn't score points last year, Q. They're scoring points. So to me, the back 5 of the Knights is nearly as good as anyone in this competition. And what about the battle of the custodians? Ponga versus Walsh. Hey, that's my jersey, buddy. Give it back. So we'll find out where those 2 guys lay, but they're both so important to the outcome of this match. And for the Knights to undervalue Ponga is an understatement of enormous proportions. If he plays well, they can win. They can win this. 6 games won, 6 weeks to go for the reigning premier. So do you pull back the curtain and really take a look at the mechanisms of Red Hill in the last 6 weeks? What are we looking for the Bronx in the last 6 weeks? What are we going to learn? Find yourself. They've got to find themselves. You hit the nail on the head. They had 6 wins. Yep. Forget about all this machinations. Oh, they're still a chance. They're not a chance. It's the why aren't you a chance? They've just got to go out and win. Win the last 6 weeks, finish the year with some pride and work out, really, let's pull the banana peel back, work out what is going to be the situation for 2027. There's so many questions unanswered. What is going to be the halves combination next year? You know, who's going to unfold in the forward pack? Have we got enough middles to carry the ball down the park to basically have a young halves combination? That's what's going to be very young. Can they do their job? Well, they can't if there's no go forward. So they've got to find solutions for 27. So no late changes to the starting 13s. Harrison Graham, though, is a scratching from the Newcastle bench, as is Luke Gale for the Broncos. Grant Atkins is the ref. Chris Butler is in the bunker. Could not want for better conditions for Saturday night winter footy at the Cauldron.
One question for you, though, Q, and they're about to get back underway here. Will there be as many tries as you called on Thursday night?
No.
That was crazy. All right, good on you, mate. Nice to hear from you, Billy. Here's Canberra to kick off to start the second half. Yeah, Quentin was up in Townsville for that ridiculous scoreline of 82-12, Roosters beating North Queensland. Here, it's a thrashing as well, 30 points to 6 to Penrith. Canberra about to kick off. Any way back for the Raiders here, Matthew?
The short answer to that is no, but they can certainly regain some credibility by playing their best footy in this last 40 minutes.
So here's the kickoff coming from Kyo Weeks. Whistle from Adam G, and Penrith gets first touch of the footy in this second half with the commanding lead. How do they go about their business here? Cogger gets the kickoff return away to Liam Henry, and he's wrapped up 13 out from his own line and 10 metres in from touch on the eastern side. He'll play the ball to Freddie Lussick, who's had a good game. Comes right to Isaiah Papali'i. He's caught 20 metres out from his own line, and in there was Seb Crisp with Josh Papali'i on Isaiah Papali'i. Here's Isaiah Yeo in centre field. What a first half he had. And as I give him a wrap, he loses the ball.
I reckon he's just making a tackle.
A rare event, Penrith, and their challenges have gone anyway. So Isaiah Yeo and knock on. Canberra will have an early opportunity here with a scrum feed. 26 metres out from the Penrith line after only 44 seconds of the second half.
Yeah, I think if they did challenge that, Andrew wouldn't have been successful as well. Isaiah Yeo would be slightly disappointed. There was a little bit of a tension around the ball there, but the Raiders get a chance to start this half like they started the first half.
So now we'll get down to Michael Cariana shortly, and my sources are telling me he nearly got barreled over by Joe Tarpany as he returned to the field, but he's okay. It comes to the right to Atam Mariota from the scrum win, and he's tackled 22 out from the Penrith line by Yeo. Played to Paddy, goes left to Horsburgh, then to Sanders, to Strange with a left foot step. He got through Cleary, got through Martin, and now caught 9 metres out from the goal line. Penrith 30, Canberra 6, but the Raiders on the attack. Paddy dummy half. Comes to the right. Sanders away to Horsburgh. Put the fend on. Got away from Henry. Then he straightens again over the 10-metre line. Good work by Corey Horsburgh. And finally, he's held about 8 out from the goal line by Yeo. Paddy drifts to the right to Papali'i. Josh Papali'i's close. Caught about half a metre out from the goal line for Canberra. Right between the northern uprights. Played to Paddy. And he's just running around in ever-decreasing circles. And he comes about 3 metres out. Last play now for the Raiders. In at dummy half is Atam Mariota. He goes away right to Ethan Sanders. Crossfield kick. Dropping back is Jenkins. Up they go. Savage got there first. The ball ends up with Penrith. Knock on by Canberra. And it'll be a Penrith changeover. 10 metres out from the Panthers goal line. We've had 2 minutes 15 of the second half. And it's Penrith 30, Canberra 6. Let's check in for the first time in this half with Michael Carianis downstairs. Hello, Michael.
Yes, hello, Andrew. I almost got smashed by some Canberra. It's all very tiny down here. There's not a lot of room to move, but yeah, a better set from the Canberra Raiders. They said Savage knocked the ball, and obviously it's a long way from where we're sitting, but I thought, as you caught it, that he batted the ball back. Regardless, it would have been a Penrith ball.
Is Tarpany on report? Was there any contact between you and him?
He's injured, though.
Well, you run into granite like what you've got, I'm not surprised. Here's Papali'i tackled. About 10 metres short of halfway, that being Isaiah for Penrith. Played to Lussick, comes open side right to Isaiah Yeo. He's caught 2 metres short of halfway. 20 in from the eastern touchline. As now, yes, it comes right to Cleary. Right boot to ball. Jed Stewart's under it with a catch. 17 out from his own line. He heads up over the 20 and accelerates Jed Stewart. But he's dealt with 29 out from his own line. 30 points to 6 in favour of Penrith.
Yeah, good defensive set by the Raiders, and they're coming out of their own territory with real intent. But I tell you what, the Panthers have certainly showed up at the start of this second half as well.
So now 11 short of halfway. Timokor plays it to Paddy. Goes left to Hosking. And he's crunched to the ground. 5 short of halfway by Martin and Sorensen. Now to the right, Horsburgh. He runs into the defence of Liam, Henry and Yeo. Stands in the tackle. 3 metres inside Penrith territory. Now comes left to Ethan Strange. Steps away from one, then shrugged away from another Ethan Strange. Got past Martin, and now he's held. 10 metres in Penrith's half. Last tackle upcoming for Canberra. And on the last, the kick from Ethan Sanders. Into the distance, getting underneath it. Jackson Edgar with the catch. 8 out from his own line. Stepped away from Nicholson, but now he's felled 11 metres out from his own goal line. So we've had 3 minutes of this second half. Scoreless so far. 30 points to 6 in favour of the Panthers. Ball played now to Cogger. Goes right to Brian To'o. And he's wrapped up in his 150th. 31 out from his own line. Played to Lussick. Comes to the right with a short ball to Edgar. And Jackson Edgar growing in confidence with every minute. He's tackled 10 short of halfway. And leading the defence was Horsburgh. Played to Lussick. Goes right to Martin. Liam Martin on the charge, but 3 defenders are there, including Paddy and Mariota and Horsburgh. 5 short of halfway. Last tackle Penrith. And the kick downfield from Nathan Cleary. Dropping back Kyo Weeks for the catch. 10 metres out from his own goal line. Heads towards the 20. And he's going to be taken by Sorensen and 2 others. 22 out from his own line. It remains Penrith 30, Canberra 6.
Yeah, Penrith just gets straight back into their systems of play. Lots of patience, lots of poise. You just see that the Canberra Raiders looking for an answer somewhere to get up the other end of the field.
Brisbane and Newcastle still to come, and earlier Warriors. They returned to form with a resounding 42-6 win over Gold Coast. Now here's Canberra, 27 out from their own line. Timicor plays it. It comes to the right edge. Tackle made, 34 out from the Canberra line, courtesy there of Liam Henry or Nicholson. Played now, it's with Josh Papali'i in centre field. He's going to be caught 5 metres short of halfway. 20 in from the eastern touchline. Last tackle Canberra. Paddy goes left to Sanders. He puts left boot to ball. Dropping back is Brian To'o with the catch. 12 metres out from his own line. Heads back towards the 20. Timicor is there with Stewart and Hosking. 21 out from his own line and 10 in from the western touchline. Plays the ball to Cleary. Goes left to Alamotti. Strong run and strong defence as he's hitting the deck. 26 out from his own goal line. 6 gone, second half. Penrith 30, Canberra 6. Edgar goes left to Tom Jenkins. He beats 1. Wrapped up on his 30-metre line by Papali'i. Plays it out of dummy half. Jackson Edgar over the 40. And he's going to be held up 7 short of halfway. The crowd thought he should have got a set restart with the markers offside. Lussick goes right to Yo. Then to Cleary away to Liam Martin, who comes back towards centre field. And Liam Martin's going to be held up here by Mariota, Papali'i and Horsburgh. 3 metres in Canberra territory. On the last, it comes right. Cleary the kick from 48 metres out down to the southwest corner. Caught by Weeks on the Canberra 10. He'll return it into Sorensen, and also in there Lussick driven back. 18 out for the Canberra line. It's 30 points to 6. Penrith touch line. Michael Carianis.
Yeah, the physicality again of the Penrith Panthers. They're just line speed and being brutal to start this second half. They finish with a flurry, and you got the sense that they're ready to go on with it.
Well, they could be, but the other thing they will do if they don't pile on points is just choke the opposition down in their own territory. Here's Paddy. He goes left to Mariota. He's had some strong runs for Canberra, but here he's shoved like a crab across field. Put to the ground by Martin and Alamotti, and also in there was Cleary. 32 out from the Canberra line. They play and it goes right now to Hosking. He's caught 10 short of halfway. 19 in for the western touchline by Yo. What a game he's had, Isaiah Yo. Kick on the last from Sanders from inside the 40. Down the throat of To'o. 28 out from his own line. A long 15-metre pass to his left to Jackson Edgar towards centre field. Looking for a way through. Can't find it. Dumped to the ground. 14 short of halfway and 15 in from touch on the eastern side of the field. Great defence, I thought, from Nicholson, but down the penalty goes to Penrith. And there's a welfare check on him from the Canberra Raiders. And the Canberra player is placed on report. It was Nicholson and one other defender in there, Matt Elliott.
Yeah, and the penalty was not only just for the lifting, but for Seb coming down on him, Andrew.
So I think it's Seb Chris on report.
Sorry, Seb Chris coming down on him hard there. That was what the referee said. But the poise here shown by the Raiders, they're not in any hurry to show their ascendancy, Andrew. They're just slowly squeezing the life out of this Canberra Raiders team, who are showing great intent themselves, but now with this field position, be interesting to see what happens this set.
So from the tap, it's Isaiah Papali'i carting the ball up, and he's wrapped up. 31 out from the Canberra line, 15 in from the eastern touchline. Plays the ball to Lussick, goes open side right to Henry. He's wrapped up. 24 out from the line by Papali'i. Played to Lussick. Comes right, Yo to Sorensen. He straightens, but he's going to be contained. 20 up from Canberra line. And that'll be Jackson Edgar.
Jackson. Yeah, easy. Jackson, independent doctor.
He's going for an HIA, Jackson Edgar.
So Milky Jennings will go straight to fullback, would be my guess, Andrew. And
8 minutes 38 to go. Looks like Isaac Tungall will come onto the field. So Alamotti potentially to the wing and Tungall into the centres, I would imagine.
You got it 100% right.
So here comes Jackson Edgar, goes for an HIA. Isaac Tungall, the third replacement used. Touchline we go, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, that's exactly how that reshaping will be. Tungall actually is going to go play left centre, and Casey McLean playing left wing. Just on Jackson Edgar, he was concerned about a shoulder. He got some treatment with the shoulder from the physio, but the independent doctors intervened, and he's going to go for a concussion test.
18 metres out, it goes to the left, clear to Isaiah Papali'i. Defence just holding on. 6 out from the Canberra line, 15 in from touch in that southeast corner. The ball played to Lussick, back open side right. Cleary away to Yo, plays it out the back to Cogger, steps into the defence of Hosking, and the troops come in. Tackle made 8 metres out, change over. Canberra gets the footy back, trailing 30 points to 6, and we've had 9 minutes and 15 seconds of this second half here in Mudgee around the grounds, and we've got AFL first quarter. Port Adelaide get the first point against GWS Giants. So now it's the Canberra side with the footy, and Chris is caught on his own 20-metre line. They've got to find a way just to get down to the opposition part of the ground. And Xavier Savage at first receiver, and he's just swarmed upon by Penrith, and stands in the tackle, but only 22 out from his own goal line. Played to Paddy. It comes open side left to Papali'i. That's a good run from the veteran front rower. He's tackled 32 out from his own goal line. Owen Paddy awaits a dummy half. Comes left to Horsburgh. Links up out the back. A cutout ball. Five from Sanders. Finds Timacor. Ankle tackle from Alamotti. Not effective. Cleary comes, but he throws one out the back to Sanders. Then back to the right to Horsburgh. It looks razzle-dazzle from Canberra, but no one's going forward, and Horsburgh's finally held 8 short of halfway on the last. Comes left to Ethan Sanders. Left foot kicked down to the fullback Jenkins with the catch. 13 out from his own line. He heads over the 20, and he's going to be taken by the chase there of Mariotti and Paddy. 29 out for the Penrith line. Penrith leading 30-6.
Yeah, perfect description by you there, Andrew. When you say it looks razzle-dazzle, but there's no space, it's because the Panthers' defensive structures and systems mean that everyone just stays and holds their place. So there was nowhere to go. They just kept, even though there was lots of offloads, they just kept snuffing it out, and now they're on halfway.
Now Penrith a metre in Canberra's territory. Goes to the left, McLean away to Papali'i. He's grasped 36 metres out from the Canberra goal line. Played to Lussick. Dummy short side left. Comes back centre field right. Sorensen with a show and go. Sorensen caught 22 metres out. Last play, Penrith centre field. Lussick goes left to Cleary. Runs on the line. Double cut out pass. He got it away. Put on the toe by Tungor. Weeks nearly slipped over. He's got it. Bounced away from 1-2. Brilliant work, Kyo Weeks. Passed another one before he's drilled 8 metres out from his own line. But 3 times I thought he was going to be caught in goal. In the end, McLean finished him off. Played it, and it goes right to Savage. He scored 15 out from his own line. Penrith 30, Canberra 6. Matthew, 28.5 to go.
Yeah, Andrew, as you described there, Kyo Weeks, even though his side's getting absolutely pumped on the scoreboard, he is absolutely brilliant. His positional play, and there's probably no other fullback. Well, there's probably 2 other fullbacks that get out of their own territory, but just, yeah, so good to watch.
Canberra on its own 30. Horsburgh plays it. Paddy goes left. Sanders away to Hosking. He's caught 14 short of halfway. Liam Martin there in defence. Paddy from dummy half is going to kick, gets away from Liam Martin, and then he's dragged to the ground, no, by Lussick, got the pass away. Papali'i away to Kyo Weeks, he's surrounded, he got a wraparound ball to Hosking, then away to Timacor, he charges over halfway, pass back on the inside for Strange, and he's finally tackled, brought to the ground by Alamotti, 10 short of halfway, changeover, and the field position remains with Penrith, who lead 30 points to 6, scoreless second half thus far, 12 minutes and 20 seconds gone. It's played now to Jenkins. He sends the ball open side left, and the tackle's going to be made about 4 metres short of halfway for Penrith. Playing the ball is To'o to Lussick. Goes left to McLean in centre field, and he's going to be contained 3 or 4 metres now inside Canberra's half. It's played to Lussick. Goes left to Isaac Tungor. He steps into the defence of Papali'i and 2 others. Wrapped up 36 out from the Canberra line. Penrith with it, with a 24-point lead. Lussick goes right to Cleary, then away to Sorensen centre field, taken over the top by Hosking, 31 metres out. Play to Lussick. Goes left to Yo, then a short ball away to support Henry. Henry's tackled, 19 out from the goal line. Played on the last tackle. Lussick, wide blindside left to Cleary. They run a cutout ball to Tungor. He's caught in the corner, then a wraparound ball meant for McLean. It goes down. Canberra comes away with it. 5 out from their own line, just in from the touch line. It's 30 points to 6 in favour of Penrith with 26.5 to go. Touch line, Michael Karianis.
Yeah, Seb Chris is still down on that far side after making that tackle. They're just clinging on to life at the moment, the Canberra Raiders, but yeah, Seb Chris is about to get attended to by the trainer.
Yeah, he's down there in the corner. Thank you, Michael. Here's Canberra now. 22 metres out from the Raiders goal line. Dummy half is Patty. Comes centre field left to Xavier Savage and off the wing, and he's wrapped up on his own 30.
Trainers put his arm up, last one.
Okay, so that's for Seb Chris down in that southeast corner. Time off, says Adam G, with play back 30 metres out from the Canberra line. The Raiders are just spending this second half pinned down. 26 minutes, 13 seconds left, and it's still Penrith 30, Canberra 6.
Because you had the hand up to stop the game.
So, yeah.
I got told to stop the game.
Oh, the trainer put his hand up with his thumbs up, trying to show the Raiders sideline staff. But the ref thought that was a thumbs up or a hand up to stop the play.
Yeah, and
so he's got to leave the field.
He keeps putting his hand up. Well, the trainer's now leading the field, but he's the only one. Kick's taken by Jenkins, 25 out from the Penrith line. Heads up over the 30, taken 11 short of halfway, and 20 in from the western touchline. You're with Matthew Elliott, Michael Carianis, I'm Andrew Moore. NRL Saturday on ABC Sport. Isaiah Papali'i comes from the field, and it looks like Billy Phillips now coming on in jersey 17. McLean, centre of the park. He's held up about 7 metres inside Canberra territory. Now on the deck. Plays the ball to Lussick. Back to the right they come to Nathan Cleary. Out the back to Jenkins. Away to Alamotti. Beautiful grass cutting tackle. About 36 out from the goal line by Timacor. 8 in from the western touchline. Played to To'o. Goes left to Martin. He's put to the ground by Paddy. 31 out from the Canberra line on the last. Lussick goes left. Crossfield. Very shallow kick by Cleary. And looking for McLean on that wing. The ball shoots back towards Penrith side and over the eastern touchline. It will be a Canberra play the ball, about 25 out from their own line. Panthers 30, Canberra 6. And it does always look to me when Penrith has a big halftime lead, Matty, they're not so much worried about building on their score, but they will be more than happy to keep the opposition completely shut out.
And that's what they're doing, Andrew. That wasn't Nathan Cleary's best kick on last play there as the ball went into touch, but as you said, they're just squeezing the life slowly out of the Canberra Raiders, who are still trying to do everything they possibly can. Oh, goodness, that was a marginal pass out of dummy half, as we see the Raiders yet again pushing off the back fence.
It was marginal, if marginal now means forward. Here's Savage, plays it, comes left edge to Hosking. Wrapped up 8 metres short of halfway and about 13 in from the western touchline. And Canberra looks like energy's as big an issue as anything to get downfield. Strange to the right. Horsburgh, Sanders, Kaio Weeks. Then away, quick hands Chris. Ball goes wayward, knocked back by Xavier Savage. He's lost 10 metres, 15 metres, and he's rounded up back on his own 30. So this when Canberra looked to play expansive footy, it all went asunder. Ball played to Patty. Centre field left. Savage up the middle. Taken 8 short of halfway. Good run. Last play, Canberra. Patty goes left to Sanders. Had an age. Left boot the ball. Down there is Jenkins at fullback with Jackson Edgar getting an HIA. Jenkins the catch. Heads to the 20. Darts across field. Then he straightens into Nicholson. Wrapped up 29 out from his own line. Penrith 30. Canberra 6. Touchline. Michael Carianis.
Yeah, they're struggling at the moment, the Raiders, for any ascendancy in this game. Seb Chris still struggling with that arm injury a little bit. They're about to make their 4th change. Joe Tarpany about to return to the field.
23.5 minutes to go, MC. Here's now the Penrith side. McLean plays it, and Penrith through Phillips now caught. 8 metres in Canberra territory. Played to Lussick. Goes right there. Yo, lovely pass to Sorensen to the 20. Can he leg up? Kaio Weeks, great tackle. Cleary a fraction too slow to get there. Last play, Lussick goes left to Cleary. Big dummy. Comes back to the right to Henry. He beats one. He's over to score. A rather comfortable try for Penrith. Try scored by the Panthers. Liam Henry gets it down. Penrith 34, Canberra 6. The first try of the second half comes after 17 minutes and a great break by Scott Sorensen.
Yeah, well, it was a great pass that put Sorensen into that space. He gets into the backfield. Cleary just tried to get to his inside shoulder. Gets the ball from dummy half. Passes to the inside to Henry. There was a little bit of a complaint there about a forward pass, but I don't agree with that at all. Corey Horsburgh, that'd surprise you blowing up deluxe. Gets straight over the try line.
Penrith 34, Canberra 6. Touchline, and Michael Carianis.
Yeah, I'm probably going to back Corey Horsburgh's judgment on that one. I thought it was forward. The way he just turned that inside, Liam Henry had sort of overrun it, but still pretty soft defensive effort there from the Canberra Raiders. And now, Andrew, it's time.
The kick to come from Nathan Cleary. Look, I'm happy to do it, but I'm not going to be bullied into it by the Greek god of rugby league.
Are you feeling the cherry mesher?
No, not really. I mean, this is a gimme now, isn't it? 34-6, about to be 36-6, 22 to go. I have no qualms in the GSB. My only qualm
is being told to do it.
Yeah.
By the new regime head.
Well, by the pretend regime head.
Oh, okay.
So, Moses Leota back on the field for Penrith. Here's Cleary, 14 out, just at the left of the post. Brilliant first half with the boot, 5 from 5. 34-6 Penrith. And back, baby. Don't worry about that. And a crushing defeat coming up here for Canberra. So here's Cleary. Moves in now at the southern end. He strikes it, likes it, kicks another goal. He's 6 out of 6. And with the score on to Penrith 36, Canberra 6. Game, set, bingo! The Panthers are going to win. Touchline, Michael Kalianis.
Oh, look at the power I yield over you, Andrew.
Keep talking.
That's all I...
Port Adelaide 13 leading the Giants 6 in the AFL. Sorry, Michael, what were you saying?
Oh, you...
So the kickoff coming now from Canberra. Sorry, mate, who's got the power? Kaio Weeks to get us underway.
I did see a fist pump down there, Andrew.
I know he was happy, but I like making Michael Karianis happy. Sorry, mate, I'll let you talk now, MC.
No, I'm good.
It's not the last 30 seconds of a game. You're happy with that, aren't you, Michael? Here's the kickoff, and Penrith have it 15 out from their own line. 36-6.
Dane Laurie's been asked to leave the field for a HIA. He doesn't know what it's for.
Well, that's maybe why he needs it. So he's coming from the field. Maybe MC could go and have one as well. So Penrith will play the ball. Laurie comes off. And the Panthers 25 out from their own line. Who's coming on the field? And it looks like now for Canberra, Tom Starling for the first time today. With, what, 21 and a half to go, and this game well and truly in the books for Penrith. Still over a quarter of the game remaining. And time on. So Freddie Lussick, he sends the ball open side right as Penrith take it up towards their own 20-metre line with his 30-point lead. Now it's Billy Phillips playing it to Lussick. Comes away right to Moses Leota. Good charge by Moses in centre field. But he's taken 29 out from his own line. 3-man tackle headed by Tarpany. Lussick goes right to Liam Martin. He's caught 14 short of halfway. 20 in from touch western side by his New South Wales origin teammate Ethan Strange. Now it goes left to Yeo. Yeo back into Strange and Hosking. Stands in the tackle. 6 metres short of halfway. Plays on the last to Lussick. Goes right to Cleary from just outside the 40 down to the southwest corner. Don't fall down, Matthew. Taken by Kaio Weeks. 9 out from his own goal line. And great tackle to round him up. 18 out from the Canberra line. I thought you were going to fall
I nearly did.
Right onto your Chiminda there.
Well, Andrew, I can tell you what, we talk about sets after points. Every time the Panthers have scored, that we've seen the Raiders have to push out over their own, out of their own 10-metre line, and their line speed now has just gone up another level.
Timmical plays it now for Canberra. Comes right side, the tackle made on Starling. 8 short of halfway. Plays it to Paddy. Set restart given away there by Billy Phillips. As now Canberra sent it away right to Kaio Weeks. And in terms of set restarts, that's the 4th for Canberra. Penrith has earned 2 of them. Now Canberra go to the left, Tarpany. Joe Tarpany runs it into Cleary and 2 others. Put to the ground. Leota was in there for Penrith. And also Martin. 39 out from the Penrith line. Paddy goes right to Horsburgh. With a right foot step, Corey's on the ground, on his back, 32 metres out from the line. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes left, second half. Penrith 36, Canberra 6. Here's Owen Paddy run into offside markers. Another set restart for Canberra. 21 out from the line. It was Yeo penalised there in concert with Liam Henry. So now Canberra, great opportunity for them. By far and away their best chance in the in this second half. 12 metres out. Dummy half Paddy. Comes left to Horsburgh. Big red dummies, goes himself, and held is the call as he stands in the tackle in front of the northern post. 5 out from the goal line. Now Paddy comes left to Sanders, a cut-out ball over the top to Jed Stewart. To'o was there in defence with Alamotti. He's scored 5 out, 8 in from touch in the northwest corner. Plays it to Strange, goes right to Sanders, then on to Starling. And Starling, this is all at half rat power from Canberra at the moment. 12 out in front of the northern post. Played to Paddy. He fires it right to Sanders, puts it on the toe, bounce, bounce, bounce for Jenkins, inside the dead ball line, returns it close to the field of play, Tom Jenkins, but he is tackled in goal, and it will be a goal line dropout for Penrith. I'm sure it's the first for them tonight. 18.5 to go, Penrith 36, Canberra 6.
Yeah, just seeing Edgar come back on the field, so we obviously passed his HIA, but again, I'd have to say that Jennings did a great job at fullback as well there, Andrew. He's just in position. I was just scanning him that set just to see what he was doing here. Nathan Cleary coming out with one of his trick. No? Yes?
No, not really. Went 36 metres. It was pretty innocuous, wasn't it? At the end, it was a juggle coming from Canberra, but they have it 31 metres out from the Penrith line. 15 in from the eastern touchline. It's a juggle from Corey Horsburgh. Comes left on the next play to Tarpany. This is sustained attack now from Canberra for the first time in the second half. Tarpany 21 out. Plays the ball to Paddy, goes right to Weeks, then away to Chris. He's knocked to the deck, 12 metres out for the goal line. 5 in from the eastern touchline by Tungor. Now it comes left again to Starling. Away through hand, Sanders to Strange. Darts across field, short ball Timacor. He goes back to the right away from Liam Martin. Now he straightens into the defence and he's held up by Lindsay Smith. And also coming in Lussick, 15 out from the goal line, in line with the left upright. Played to Paddy. Goes right, Starling. Ball knocked down, I fancy, from Penrith's Cogger. And it is a knock-on. It'll be a Canberra scrum feed and another set. About 18 out from the Penrith line. 17 minutes to go. And it's Penrith 36 leading Canberra 6. Still to come, Brisbane v Newcastle. Around the grounds, first quarter AFL at Adelaide Oval. And Port Adelaide leading the Giants 13-6.
A very big thank you to
it is officially a sellout, by the way, here at Glen Willow. We could have told you that at about 3:15, I reckon.
So thank you
what about this Panthers defence now, Andrew? It's been tested for the fourth set. And I can tell you the Raiders are having a crack. They're really trying to play a lot of second phase footy, and there's a knock-on play 0.
Yeah.
From
Strange, I think. Crowd, by the way, a sellout here is 10,000 on the dot. 10,000 people here in Wagga a sellout. So it is 36-6 to Penrith. Scrum feed to Penrith. 19 out from the Panthers line. Touch line again, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, Jackson Edgar has passed his HIA, so he'll come back onto the field. Casey McLean's actually come off. I'm just trying to get an update on his situation.
All right, standing by for the update, Michael, as now it is Penrith from the scrum win. 27 out from their own goal line. To'o plays the ball to Lussick. Comes left to Jenkins, and he's wrapped up. 33 out from his own line. If you missed the first half, Tom Jenkins scored 2 tries. He now has 28 on the year, and 5 rounds to come after this. He's 10 behind Dave Brown's all-time single-season record of 38. Lussick goes left. That's a forward pass. I thought to Lindsay Smith. Play on. Smith's tackled 39 metres out from the Canberra line. 19 in from the eastern touchline by Starling. Played to Lussick. Goes right to Cleary. Took on the line and tackled. 32 metres out. Last play for Penrith. So Cogger wraps around to the right. Calls for it. Gets the pass off Lussick. The kick from 32 metres out. Chased by Alamotti and Jed Stewart. He hit the deck, Alamotti, and that's a penalty. He was taken out. So a penalty goes to Penrith. The penalties by my tally, 3-2 in favour of the Panthers. So by and large, referee Adam G has kept his whistle in his pocket. Is there going to be a challenge from Canberra? No. And the penalty to Penrith, about 18 in from the western touchline, leading 36-6.
Well, they're not going to challenge it, Andrew, because it was just an out-and-out penalty. I think it was, not sure who took him out, Mariota, as I looked there. Just put the shoulder into him, Andrew.
Here's the tap taken and comes left to Leota, wrapped up 5 short of halfway. Was it as hard as the one you're putting on me now? Here's Lussick. Comes to the right. Liam Martin looking for a rare 3-try night in front of his mum, Maxine. He's tackled here, though. Metre out. And it's a penalty against Canberra. Hand on the footy.
Yeah, on the back of the head.
Oh, back of the head. Looked like a footy. So Penrith's 4th penalty of the night. Lussick the tap. Comes left. Liam Martin wants another shot, but he's brutalised 5 metres out from the line. Great defence from Hosking primarily. Lussick, terrible pass. Good half volley there by Moses Leota. And he stands in the tackle 8 metres out from the Canberra line. Plays it to Lussick and dropped the ball.
You play it when you can.
So that was awful from the Lussick pass onwards. Penrith 36, Canberra 6. And I hope that's not a sign of things to come with 14 minutes still to play.
Yeah, it's the first little bit of disruption we've seen, and ill-disciplined play by both teams there. Just a rub on the back of the head to get a penalty, and then a poor error on play 2 there.
As Canberra has it now, 18 out from their own goal lines. Paddy sent it right to Hosking. He's caught just outside his 20. Crusher tackle. Yeah, penalty coming against
Leota.
Well, it's Leota also in there for Penrith with Isaiah Yeo. So penalty goes to Canberra on the 20-metre line.
And again, you can just see a little bit of passions coming to this after there was a little bit of niggle on the try line there. Oh, good catch, Andrew.
There was a drop in the crowd. I was ready, though, Matthew. Mind you, had it shattered the glass in front of us, I could have been hitting the deck quickly. From the tap, Tim McCall, he's caught 4 short of halfway. 10 in from the western touchline. This game has long been over. Penrith 36, Canberra 6 here on NRL Saturday on ABC Sport. Out the back, Sanders to Weeks, just ran straight through Cogger. But now he's rounded up about 7 short of halfway. 15 in from the eastern touchline. He plays it. They come left to Starling, and Tom Starling's going to be caught 1 metre in Penrith territory. 20 metres in from touch on the eastern side. Paddy. Flat pass left to Horsburgh, ran across field, then straightened into Lussick and co. 38 metres out from the goal line, played again to Paddy. Comes left to Tarpany, out the back to nobody. Look out, Tottle's got it, but he had nowhere to go. Strange covers in defence, and Penrith have it. 14 metres short of halfway. Penrith 36, Canberra 6. 12 and a half minutes left. As now it's Penrith with the footy. Alamotti, good strong run. Gets to within 7 metres of halfway, and 20 in from the western touchline, caught by Tarpany. Played to Lussick, sent to left to Tungor centre field. Caught 3 metres in Canberra's half. Played to Lussick again for Penrith. Comes to the left to Cleary, away to Smith. Lindsay Smith steps off the left foot into the teeth of the defence. Tarpany and Paddy among them, and down he goes. 37 out from the Canberra line, 20 in from the eastern touchline. Penrith with it. They've only scored the 6 points in this second half. Cogger to Cleary, then to Edgar. Edgar steps and got away from Strange, got away from Hosking. But now he's going to be tackled about 25 out from the Canberra line and 20 in from the western touchline. Last play, Penrith. Lussick goes left, Cleary the kick from 26 metres out. You hear that beautiful sound. Boot on ball, up they go. Ball tapped back by Jenkins. Canberra's going to dive on it. Steamed to knock on by Penrith. Anyway, change over to Canberra. 10 metres out from the Raiders line. And here we've got 11 and a half to go. Penrith 36, Canberra 6. Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, Dane Laurie's passed his HIA, so he'll be back on the field in a couple of minutes. And just on Casey McLean, you got an update from the Penrith fans. It's just a matter to give Isaac Tungor some NRL game time. He hasn't played a lot of minutes over the past couple of weeks, so he's going to stay on that left centre spot. No injury for Casey. Yeah,
I was wondering if that was the case. MC hasn't had much game time all year, really, Isaac Tungor. As now Canberra 18 out from their own line, and they've nearly thrown the ball backwards over the dead ball line and over the touch line. But they've still got a Tarpany. Good solid run up the middle. Stands in the tackle. 27 out from his own goal line. Played to Paddy. Goes left to Starling, then to Sanders. Back on the inside to Strange. And he fends away from 1-2. Cleary missed him, then a forward pass, surely, to Hosking. Play on. Here comes Sanders, back to Hosking. And Hosking's tackled brilliantly around the ankles by 21 out. Last tackle, Canberra. Played to Paddy. Short side left to Timacor. Comes back to the right to Paddy. Long ball goes right to Starling. Billy Phillips is there. Here's a little tip on over the head from Ethan Sanders to Kyo Weeks. Right foot step. Then a one-hander back to Paddy. He gets it back away to the right, and Canberra scored a spectacular try that I'm convinced came all the way from a forward pass, and crossing is Matt Nicholson to score for Canberra. It's consolation. Penrith 36, Canberra 10. A try to the Englishman, Matty Nicholson. A great try, all things told, Matthew Elliott.
Yeah, well, I think there would have been about 10 passes in that whole linkage of play there. They run the ball on last play, and there's just flick passes followed by offloads, by tap-ons, and eventually they score the try over there just adjacent to the post, Andrew. There's some really beautiful play that just shows the skill set that exists in this Raiders team. Again, what about the scramble defence? They had to come up with some absolutely magical play to get across the line there.
Was there any hit of a forward pass, or did I misread that?
No, you got it 100% right. It was a good metre forward.
So here's Ethan Sanders. So if they threw 10 passes, 90% of them were good as goal.
I'm going to say
80%?
80%.
Okay.
Because there was a couple of tap-ons. They don't count as a pass.
Fair enough. Here's Ethan Sanders, 11 out to the right of the post. 36-10, Penrith leads Canberra. And we have 9 minutes to go. Sanders with the left boot, kicks it right between the sticks. He's 2 out of 2. Penrith 36, Canberra 12, touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, nice bit of play there from Canberra. Quite enterprising, catch pass and a couple of tip-ons. But, yeah, they're going to leave it too late. I think your game set bingo's okay, Andrew. No need to stress.
Thank you, Michael. I'll de-stress. Do you know what I'm going to try and do now for fun and giggles?
What's that?
I'm going to see if I can call the game sitting down behind the camera well.
Go nuts.
Let's see how we go. 36-10. I can see Alamotti. He's going to kick off on halfway.
I will say this again, just one key player for the Raiders, Kyle Wicks there. If he doesn't get involved in that play there, they don't score because the Panthers are just showing up left, right and centre defensively.
So the kickoff is returned here by Horsburgh, and he's tackled 10 out from his own line, southern end. 36-10 to Penrith. And for Canberra, it goes left to Hosking. He's wrapped up, 18 out from his own line by Martin. Plays the ball to Paddy, goes right to Tarpany. And the defence is there. Yo and Martin. Lussick stood in the tackle, though. Does he stand in the tackle more than any player in the game, Tarpany? As Strange goes left to Matt Timicor. And the error comes over the touchline. I was hidden there, I've got to say, by the cameras. My own fault, but the ball's over the western touchline. It'll be a Penrith ball, 5 metres in Canberra territory. The score remains Penrith 36, leading Canberra 12. The error from Timicor with 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, he forced a pass there, Andrew, as the cover defence came across and got him from both sides of his body. Had he got his hand slightly free, but as he made that pass, it went forward and then over the touchline.
William Martin gets a breather late in the game, and Isaiah Papali'i returns as Penrith from the play the ball, having 37 out from the Canberra line. Played by Phillips to Lussick, goes right to Smith. He strolled straight past Owen Paddy, and now he's backing his way to within 30 metres at the Canberra goal line, taken by Horsburgh. Played to Lussick. Goes right to Yo, back on the inside. Liotta's strong run, but he's wrapped up 22 metres out from the Canberra line, centre field, southern end. Lussick goes left to Cogger. He turns it back on the inside to Cleary. Took on the line and caught 16 out from the line, right in centre field. Lussick goes back left to Yo with a big dummy and a step. Yo, he's past one. Dragged down 2 or 3 metres out in front of the sticks. Plays the ball on the last to Lussick. Comes to the right to Cleary. Cleary. Well, he looks so confused and in slow-mo, and he's tackled 7 out from the Canberra line. 36-10 in favour of Penrith with 7 to go.
Yeah, he was going to fake to kick there and pass, Andrew, and he saw the outside defence come up as they'd read it.
As they try to play the ball, Lussick's picked it up and streaked over to score, but the referee had already blown his whistle. He wasn't even square yet, says Adam G.
Go. Pay attention.
Starling a dummy half. He sends the ball open side right, and the tackle made 13 out from the Canberra line here on Timicor. Played to Starling. There goes centre field left again. Canberra just outside its own 20. Been thoroughly outplayed here. Now Smithies plays it. It comes right to Laurie. And Dane Laurie's caught 31 out from his own line. 20 in from the eastern touchline. Starling. Long ball left, Tarpany. Away. Cut out ball to Matt Timicor. He burns straight past Alamotti. Easily past To'o. Short ball to Sanders. To'o, another horrible miss to Hosking. Away to Ethan Strange, and another great try for Canberra, albeit horrific defensive efforts from Brian To'o. Try to Canberra. Too little, too late, unfortunately, for the Raiders. There's 6 minutes to go, and it's now Penrith 36, Canberra 16. Thrilling to watch nonetheless.
Yeah, all started with Tibico, Andrew, and he's going down that left-hand side, and he absolutely burns Alamotti with just pure speed, gets the pass to the inside. Strange there, and then just the support coming from everywhere. So what we're seeing here in this second half in particular is the type of expansive play that the Raiders can play that had snuffed out tonight, particularly by this great Panthers defence.
Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Andrew, are you nervous?
About dinner tonight? Your shout?
No, game set. Bingo.
It's 5 minutes, Raiders 14 to go.
Yeah, you can't see the scoreboard. They're closer than you think.
I can't see the scoreboard. Doesn't it say 36-16?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not nervous. Thanks anyway, Michael. 21 out, 13 in from the western touchline. Your wife, Clara, has been on the jibber juice for 4 hours. She'll make more sense than you. Sanders kicks the goal. So Ethan Sanders is now 3 out of 3. Is Clara having a good day, do we know, Michael?
I think so. I saw her at half-time. Signed a few autographs, make sure she was okay.
She did, that's good. I'm glad she signed autographs. Penrith 36, Canberra 18. Earlier, Warriors 42 beat Gold Coast 6. And the Broncos and Knights to come from Lang Park. You'll hear that with Quentin Hull, Billy Moore and Zane Bojack. We've got 4 minutes and 54 seconds left.
Isaiah Yeo coming from the field, just getting a rest.
Change made.
And he certainly wasn't showing any signs of fatigue there, that's for sure.
The one concern I have about Penrith, even given this very good performance tonight, Matty, is Brian To'o. He just still seems way short of confidence. His defence is non-existent. We haven't seen the normal barnstorming runs from him as Canberra from the kick-off take a 15 out from their own line.
I think it's a really appropriate observation you make there, Andrew, because when he plays his best football is what he does on play 2 and 3, you know, coming out of their own territory. That's where he's most potent, not so much the try-scoring stuff.
So Canberra on its own 20. Laurie plays it to Starling, goes right, Weeks to Chris. He's caught 29 out from his own line, 11 in from the eastern touchline. Starling, long cut-out ball, centre field to Tarpany. Will they put him to the deck here? He's standing. Do you know of any player in the game who stands in tackles more than Tarpany? He didn't go to the ground there either. Starling comes left. Cut out pass away to Hosking. Then it goes down. To'o can't pick it up and it's just booted out of frustration over the western touchline by Ethan Strange. It'll be a Penrith scrum feed from the knock-on. 5 metres in Canberra territory. It's Penrith 36, Canberra 18 with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, if that pass just landed in Keanu Kenny's hands there, it was just beyond it.
If Keanu Kenny had taken that and scored, it would have been the greatest miracle in the history of rugby league, Michael Carianis.
It would have been. It would have been. But Kyle Weeks still obviously couldn't grasp that. And I thought he did. He would have gone through.
Wow. And then maybe Kenny could have got the pass away to Alfiano Khan-Pereira and anything could have happened. Oh. Here's Liam Henry for Penrith, caught 35 out. Good thing is, Matty, I won't ever remind you of that.
No, you should do.
Ball played to Lussick. Goes right to Lindsay Smith, away to Liotta. Wrapped up 28 out from the Canberra line by Hosking. Plays the ball to Lussick. Comes left to Smith. Links up with Cleary. Back on the inside to Isaac. Tungle straight through. Fullback to beat. Links up with Isaiah Papali. Short. He rolls over and he gets it down for a try. I don't think he could have prevented himself from getting over the goal line. And the try awarded. Canberra players down all over the field. Try to Isaiah Papali. Penrith 40. Canberra 18 with 3 minutes to go here in Mudgee.
Yeah, Nathan Cleary just creates so much indecision in the defence there. He has a couple of players drop underneath him, but they're not sure whether he's going to dummy or go himself there. Probably just, oh yeah, as you say, Andrew, he just slides over the line there. There's no need to question that try.
Down to the touchline again, MC.
And with that try, Andrew, it's game, set, beat.
Here's the kick to come now for Penrith. You'd think he'd been on the jibber juice all day.
He has.
What?
Did you think that was water he was drinking?
No, he doesn't drink wine. So the kick to come.
This is boring.
Mind you, what I have learnt in the last few minutes is it's pointless going to him between now and the end of the game. Do you agree?
Oh, can we go there in the last 2 minutes?
Yes, we can. I'll do whatever you want, Padre. It's normally the last 30 seconds of a game he bars me from crossing to him. He chooses not to speak. That's a better option than...
Never mentioned Keanu Kenny.
Well, mate, he's playing really, really well for Canberra. Here comes Cleary. Well, I thought Penrith had shut him down to the point I barely knew he was out there. Here comes Cleary. He kicks the goal. So Nathan Cleary has kicked 7 from 7. And it's now Penrith 42, Canberra 18. All right, let's try. You cross downstairs, Padre.
And we'll go down to Michael Carianis and get his view on what's going on.
Oh, that's the best cross I've ever had there, Matty. Well done, mate. But, yeah, the Penrith Panthers, Isaiah Papali, bobbing up in the middle of the field, just come back onto the field for Isaiah, gets a try. And he's one of the many men that are off contract. We spoke to Matty Cameron before the game started. And, you know, he's one of those ones that I'd suspect they'll lock in sooner rather than later.
Don't touch the button, Andrew. I haven't finished yet.
Okay.
And what else was that, Michael?
No, that's all I've got.
Did you actually turn it off, or do I have to go it after?
No, I turned him off.
Okay, here's the kick-off, and Penrith has it. 9 metres out from its own line. I hope you heard the interview we had with Matt Cameron earlier before kick-off. He is so impressive, and I think he gets more impressive every time you speak with him or hear him speak. And it's a broader interest in the game than just Penrith, and I love that about him, and it's why I love talking to Aaron Warburton from Canterbury, their CEO, Blake Solly from South Sydney. They all have a greater vision than just insular for their club. Here's Penrith on its own 30. They do have their club's best interest at heart, don't get me wrong, but there's a broader interest. Here's Cleary kicking it downfield, looking for a 40-20, but it bounces away from Kyo Weeks. Don't call me Keanu Kenny. And Minnie Weeksy, he picks it up a metre out from his own line, returns it, tackled 12 out from his own goal line. The score line, is 42 points to 18 in favour of Penrith. 1 minute 50 to go. After the game, Michael will speak with players on the field. Matthew will have his ABC Player of the Year. And we're about 12 or 13 minutes away from heading to Q, Billy and Zano at Lang Park for the nightcap. Tomorrow we're on air from midday at Western Sydney Stadium. Myself, Luke Lewis, if well enough. The Bit Butcher's hook today, he tells me, and Gibbsy. And we'll call the 4 o'clock game between West Tigers and Parramatta, and at 2 o'clock, big game at Shark Park, Cronulla against South Sydney. You'll hear it all right here on NRL Sunday on ABC Sport as Timokor runs around in circles, ran behind Morgan Smithies, so he has to surrender. 22 out from his own line, played to Starling. Goes left to Tarpany. Can they put him down? Can they put him down? He's over the 30. Stands in that. Now he does hit the deck. 33 out from the Canberra line and 18 in from the Western touch line with 59 seconds to go. Chip over the top, flying through Laurie, and then it goes through the hand of Sanders. He taps it back to Starling, but it's a knock-on from Ethan Sanders, and Penrith gets a scrum feed right on halfway, right in centre field. Now, do you think Nathan Cleary's got a late trick, although we've got a Canberra challenge here? Should be barred when you're down by
challenge from the Raiders on for a decision.
20-odd.
Knock on
well, they haven't used it.
Yeah, I know, but...
Well, what, you don't get 2 in the next game if you don't
understand.
use it. Well, yeah.
Clear all aspects of play leading up to this.
There's 44 seconds to go. 7 tries to 3 to the Panthers today. They're down 6-0. Canberra burst out of the block.
Ethan Sanders touches the ball there. The ball continues to travel forward towards the opponent's dead ball line. This is a knock-on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
So they should lose one next week now.
Yeah.
For being frivolous.
But how entertaining is that, listening to that from the bunker?
That's true.
I feel pumped.
Well done, Ashley Klein.
But didn't that give you a lift?
No. Penrith, 5 metres in Canberra territory. They'll play the ball now to Freddie Lussick. Comes centre field right to Moses Leota. He's been one of many great players for Penrith. There's another strong surge. Taken 32 out from the goal line. 30 seconds to go. Lussick comes right to Lindsay Smith. Right foot step into Smithies. Then he accelerates into Smithies and Laurie. And he's taken 21 metres out. Does Nathan Cleary have a trick left with 15 seconds to go? Short side left to Papali'i. Left foot step by big Isaiah Papali'i. Tarpany can't make the tackle. He reaches over. He's got a double, has he? No, we're going to the bunker. That might be a double movement.
Coming in at 4, mate. We've got no try with this one.
He's over again.
He lands short, and then I believe he promotes it for a double movement.
That looked more like a traditional double movement than his previous effort that was a try. With 4 seconds to go, it remains at the moment 42-16 as we go to the bunker late.
Carrying arm touches the ground here, and KO Weeks is affecting a tackle. Isaiah promotes the ball to the try line. We have a decision.
So it will be a penalty to Canberra. Down to the touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, well, if you're ever going to test the double movement law, now's the time to do it. 4 seconds left on the game with the game done and dusted. No issue with that. But
what about you being strong in the last 4 seconds?
I'm a professional, Andrew. You know this.
So penalty to Canberra. Starling kicks it beyond the dead ball line. You don't often see a game in that way. But well done, Penrith. Far too good for Canberra here in Mudgee before a sellout crowd, winning 42 points to 18. Sellout crowd of 10,000. I promise you it was chock-a-block here about an hour and a half before kickoff. Wonderful reception from the people at Mudgee. And please, NRL, please, Penrith or any other club, adopt towns like Mudgee. It is a unique atmosphere. It is a stunning opportunity for people in regional areas to come and enjoy NRL footy. They are desperate to support the NRL. So help them out. This is fabulous for the game, and there should be much, much more of it. But I worry that the only regional game in New South Wales next year is going to be in Bathurst with Penrith. Now, for Penrith, 42 points, tries to Liam Martin in the 9th minute and in the 20th. Tom Jenkins then went back-to-back in the 32nd and 37th minutes. He now has 28 tries on the year. Jackson Edgar's first career try in the 40th minute. Liam Henry scored in the 57th and Isaiah Papali'i in the 77th. Liam Henry on report in the 36th minute. 2 restarts, 1 unsuccessful challenge. And for Canberra, 18 points, tries to Matt Timokor in the 4th minute. Matt Nicholson in the 70th. Ethan Strange in the 74th minute. Ethan Sanders 3 from 3. Seb Chris on report in the 48th minute for dangerous contact. 5 restarts, 1 unsuccessful challenge. Penalties finished 4 apiece. At halftime, Penrith had it in the bag at 30 points to 6. And in the end, Penrith 42, defeats Canberra 18. And in about 9 minutes, we're off to Brisbane for the Broncos-Newcastle clash. In the second quarter of the AFL, Giants 26, Port Adelaide 14. Look, there were some moments there in the last 15, 20 minutes, Matty, that won't terribly please Ivan Cleary, but they'd done the hard work by then.
Yeah, and they'd done the hard work in the first half, Andrew, so they decided just to choke the life out of the Canberra Raiders team, and they just played with poise and relentlessness in that second half. They weren't chasing points, were they, in that second half? They were just prepared just to squeeze the life out of the Canberra Raiders, and they did it, albeit the Raiders scored some amazing tries in that second half.
I must admit, I don't like to preempt, but I've already written 3 next to Nathan Cleary's name. Well, we'll get your ABC Player of the Year points very shortly. Speaking of Nathan Cleary, here he is with Michael Carianis.
Yes, I'm joined by him now, Nathan. Quite a clinical performance from you guys. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. It's probably a performance we've been looking for over the last few weeks. And, you know, Canberra have been coming into a purple patch form and obviously fighting hard to make the 8. So knew it'd be, you know, difficult, particularly to start off. And I'm really happy with the foundation we built. A bit disappointed with the back in the second half, just letting a few tries, but, you know, finished on a high note, so that's good. You
mentioned that they've been red hot. They started pretty well as well. You guys probably missed a jump a little bit in that opening 5 minutes, but found a way to get back into it.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we did miss a jump in that first 5 minutes, but conceding that try probably kicked us into gear a little bit. I thought our defence off the back of that was great, and it actually set up the rest of the game. So, yeah, disappointing with that, but I thought the way we bounced back was really important, and yeah, did well.
Coach made a big call to move the 5'8", Blaze Talangi out, Jack Cogger in. Did that change much for you heading into today?
Not really. No, I think Cogs and I have a good relationship. We see the game very similar, so it was pretty seamless, and looking forward to getting a few more reps together, and yeah, I love playing alongside him.
Big back end of the season now, mate. What do you guys need to focus to make sure you sit on top of the ladder when it comes to the end of the regular season?
A bit of everything. You know, we just want to keep improving every area. I think, you know, look at tonight, it was definitely a start, and just those tries we conceded late. Yeah, they're probably things you want to tidy up on. You can't be doing that against the elite sides. And but other than that, it was a good performance, heading in the right direction.
Another big test next week against the Warriors. Good luck, mate.
Absolutely. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Nathan Cleary down there with Michael Carianis, and we've got about 6 minutes before we head across to Lang Park in Brisbane, so plenty of time for another chat or two from MC, and then the Player of the Year points from Matty Elliott. In the end, it was 42 points to 18 in favour of Penrith over Canberra, and there had been a bit of a form slump for Penrith, but that seems to have been smacked away. And what a big game next weekend in Auckland. It's Penrith against the Warriors. You might remember that game at Western Sydney Stadium earlier in the year. To that point, it was the game of the year. Penrith just got away with it. All right, let's check in with the Penrith camp again. Casey McLean down there with MC.
Yeah, Casey, you came off late in the game, got a bit of ice on that thumb of yours. What's the issue there?
I'm not too sure. I think physios tested. They said it's not too bad. I'm not feeling too bad myself, so kind of just got to get back home, probably get a few scans and such, but no, I'm feeling positive about it.
What did you make of that performance otherwise, except for the thumb?
No, really, you know, really proud to be able to come back out, you know, with Tamudgy, you know, get the result we wanted, unlike last year. Kind of play the brand of footy we wanted to play. And, yeah, like I said, walk away with 2 points.
You mentioned Mudgy. You guys have been here since Tuesday, so you've really bought into the community. How's the week been?
Oh, it's been exceptional. The place is staying up the road. It's, you know, it's a one of a kind, you know, 5 stars, honestly. But not even, you know, getting down to visit some schools, it's, you know, getting to give back to the community because it's such a special thing.
Spoke to Nathan earlier, and he said this was a performance that you guys probably needed, like you were building towards it to get back on, not on track, but to get your season back to flying high. What did you make of the game?
No, it was a really tough game for the whole 80. I know, I suppose scoreline doesn't show that, but, you know, we had to earn every minute of the 80 minutes, and, you know, to kind of, you know, be able to put our best foot forward, moving forward, like you said, it's good stepping stone.
Good luck with the scans. Hope all goes well.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, good job, Michael. I'll get your final thoughts very shortly as well. But Matthew Elliott, ABC Player of the Year points after the Panthers' 42-18 win over Canberra.
I'm going to shock you a little bit, Andrew. I'm not going to give 3 to Nathan Cleary. I'm going to give 3 to Isaiah Yeo.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was amazing. You know, came up with 3 break passes, 178 metres on his own, and 55 tackles. I just thought his play through the middle third there was probably the best I've seen him play in a little while. Nathan Cleary gets my 2. Halfbacks shouldn't be carrying the ball for 134 metres, Andrew, coming up with 4 try assists and 16 tackles.
Gosh.
You know,
They were the two standouts, weren't they?
Yeah.
And Penrith had many good players, but they were the standouts.
Yeah, and it was hard to, well, it wasn't hard to come up with a third. I'm coming up with Thomas Jenkins, Andrew. You know, he scores 2 tries, 244 metres. You know, that's...
Between wing and fullback.
Yeah, he's just such an asset for that team. And I'm not just doing it because of the numbers and him getting across the try line. It's the work that he does on the early plays. He's being Brian Toto for them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. All right, 3 to Isaiah Yeo, 2 to Nathan Cleary, and 1 point to Tom Jenkins. MC, what's going to be your major takeaway from the game here tonight?
Yeah, well, obviously Canberra season done and dusted now. Then we put a line through them formally, and then the Penrith Panthers. Not that they, you know, speaking to Nathan, he summed it up best. As a performance, not that they needed, but it was just a reminder, I guess, for everyone of just how good they are and how good they can be when they string it all together. They were so clinical tonight. There wasn't anything, you know, remarkable about their play, but they were back to their clinical best, but that's probably a standout.
Yeah, and again, it's easy to forget the first 7 or 8 minutes. I know that in the context of an 80-minute game doesn't seem like much, but it was Canberra that looked all over Penrith, and they scored an easy try early in the game through Timokor, and Penrith looked like they were in for a real tough night.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Andrew, and I thought that this was going to be a game that it looked like the Raiders were going to dominate, but as Nathan Cleary shared with MC, you know, that's what they need, a little bit of a kick up the backside, and it got them really focused. And the scary thing about it for other teams, like, because I thought the Raiders played pretty well tonight, but the scary thing for other teams, you can see the amount of improvement left in them. It's not as though you feel like they played the best football, and the scoreline was pretty emphatic. They'd be disappointed with the 18.
It just, yeah, I agree, but it just looked like a team that went, oh, finals. I remember what they're like. They're not far away. Let's lift. Just
really?
Like you, Padre. That's exactly what they were thinking.
You went and you got it covered.
Yes, and Keanu Kenny, outstanding on a badly beaten team.
Well, I should have given him 3 points.
Well, once again, just to finish with tonight, without labouring the point, in fact, to hell with it, I will labour the point. Let's not make this the last time we're in Mudgee. Please. This is 3.5 hours from Sydney. It's a venue that, again, craves NRL action, and they've responded every single time it comes here. But you can say the same for Tamworth and Dubbo. You can say the same for Coffs Harbour. You can say the same for Wagga Wagga. Please keep them coming. Don't take regional rugby league away from these people. And again, that the road trips that people have come on to bring business into these communities is substantial. Michael Carianis, thank you. Good job today, mainly, and I look forward to your shouting dinner. Thanks, mate.
All right, bye.
And big stories in the Sunday telly tomorrow?
Plenty.
Okay, look forward to all of those. Matthew, thank you, mate. Good job. Catch you very soon.
Well said about the country games too, Andrew.
All right, thank you, Padre. Big thank you to our producer, Ralph Tucker, here. He's on the field there with Michael, leading him off, protecting him from the mob of fans. To the Turnbuckle, our man of sound here in Mudgee, Nathan Turnbull. Thank you, Turnbuckle. And to Adam Joney back in the studio. Good job, J-Dog. Thank you very much. And what a win. Penrith win 42-18. Let's get to Lang Park. Quentin Hull, good evening.
Safe travels, gentlemen. Thank you. Welcome to the Cauldron, Brisbane versus Newcastle. And what a big night it is for the Knights. The Wooden Spooners of last year have been, as mentioned in the halftime cross, one of the great stories of the season. But now 3 losses in a row and no Dylan Brown, no Dylan Lucas for the rest of the season off the back of those bad injuries that they picked up in their 1-point loss to the Roosters last week. Are we going to get a wobble from the Knights? Is this the opportunity for the Broncos to show a bit of pride? And a disastrous season for the reigning Premier just might get a little bit of a bump in the last 6 weeks. That's part of the story we'll bring you from a beautiful scene in Brisbane. Absolutely lovely conditions for winter rugby league. No changes to the starting 13s as far as the benches are concerned. For the Knights, Harrison Graham has been scratched, so he's not playing, and Luke Gale scratched from the squads that were trimmed 24 hours ago. No Jesse Arthurs or Josh Corrick for the Broncos. No Kyle McCarthy or Connor Boitano for the Knights as well. I'm alongside former Kangaroo, former Maroon, former Bear, Billy Moore. Welcome to Saturday night football at the Cauldron, Billy. And boy, it's all about the boys from the Hunter tonight. How are you?
I'm great. Hello, listeners. Yes, look, it is about the boys from the Hunter for the simple fact the Bronx can't play finals. They obviously want to win this game in front of what's still going to be a very healthy crowd. Has that queue. You're not playing finals and you still get 43,000 to your game. But you talk about the Knights have lost their last 3, and in those losses, they lost to South by 2, they lost to Sharks by 2, they lost to the Chooks last week by 1. So they're about every game. That's what I like about what's happened. Under Holbrook, there's some steel and some spine about them, and they're developing as a whole squad, not just relying on the stars. And they're going to need those Tier 2 and Tier 3 players tonight because they've lost several players. So can't wait for the game. The real question mark is, will the Broncos turn up? And you'd hope in front of 43,000 faithful that they bring their best form, because it's actually a pretty good Broncos team.
Yeah, they've, of course, had their injury worries throughout the season. One of the many ingredients to this, the recipe of the disastrous premiership defence. But you look at Walsh at 1, Mam at 6, Reynolds at 7, Pakes at 9, Haas at 10, Carrigan at 13. And Billy Walters is back on the bench as well for his second game of the season. He made his return from an ACL injury up in Townsville last week, where they actually lost to the Cowboys. I don't know how you can line up that form. How? Yeah, it's a sore point for the man who's on the sideline tonight. But, Zano, look, you can sort of get your mood lifted after a tough start to your rugby league weekend with, oh, look, if you're a winter sideline eye, this is the kind of weather conditions you want to be in.
Absolutely, Q. 22 degrees, perfect weather for football. Not a cloud in the sky. I was a bit worried earlier that we might have had concerns with some rain, but it's beautiful conditions. 43,000 expected for tonight, making a great atmosphere. How could you not be excited with Reece Walsh up against Kalen Ponga? One thing I will say, though, is there's some rumours down here that Payne Haas got injured in the warm-up. I'm actually standing on the tunnel of the Broncos, waiting for them to run out. So we'll know sooner or later whether or not he's starting, but there are some concerns that Payne Haas might have injured himself with that shoulder.
Shoulder injury. OK, we'll keep an eye on that. Good on you, Zane. Here come the Knights. Kalen Ponga back leading the team, having missed that game last week due to a quad injury. He's at fullback. Young and Marju the wingers. Gagai and Best in the centres. Sharp and Smith in the halves. Up front, it's Hopwood and Mooney with Crossland the hooker. The second row, McEwen's back, having missed 3 games with a hamstring. He joins Manalele in the second row. Croker is the lock forward. And the bench for the Knights, 4 of this half dozen: Frizzell, Cant, Jones, Fletcher, Hunt, Crouch and Winter. And I say Fletcher, Hunt because we've got 3 Hunts playing, 2 on the other side. Brisbane at fullback, it's Walsh. Wingers, Karapani and Anderson. Centres, Staggs and Mariner. Halves, Mam and Reynolds. That sounds like a pretty strong back fraternity. Up front, VJ Semu in the front row with Payne Haas. Pakes the hooker. Willison and Jordan Ricky in the second row with Carrigan the lock. And 4 of these 6 from the bench. Walters, Tolte, Jaden Hunt, Ben Hunt, Perham and Shibasaki as the Broncos run out onto the field with their traditional home deep maroon. And Zane Bojack, just before the kick-off, eyes on Payne if he's there. And there's a tribute to Corey Jensen on the jersey as well.
Absolutely. Now, good news for the Bronx is Payne Haas has walked out. I'm just actually talking to Troy Thompson, who is the manager of the Broncos. No concerns with Payne?
No. He just tweaked his shoulder there, mate. We just strapped up. He's right to go.
All right, there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth, so Payne's right to go. 257, the number underneath the Broncos badge. 95 games for the Broncos, Corey Jensen. Unfortunately, medically retired this week with clots in his lungs. What a contributor he's been for this club, and they will pay tribute with that number underneath the Broncos badge. He was presented before the crowd, Q, and I can tell you he's a very popular member of this squad. They are playing for him tonight.
Who wins, Billy Moore?
I've got the Bronx. I think there's still so much pride in that team. Haas is fit playing. Walsh is there. All their big guns are playing. So they will get home against a very gallant Knights team.
So is it the big names playing for pride or a club who's trying to return to the finals? One of the stories of the season last year's Wooden Spooners, the Knights. What can they do with their captain back tonight, even though a couple of big guns are gone for the season? Kick-off in Brisbane first, carry from Hopwood. The Knights have got it playing in their predominantly away white strip and running towards the left of screen and northern end in this first half. Marju gets to the 20 and now Manalele with carry 3 and a couple of post-contact metres for the young Kiwi-born second rower. He'll play at 15 from halfway. Crossland at dummy half. Gives to right and centre field for Croker. Runs into the defence and takes the tackle for the Knights on his own 40. Crossland to the right. Given on to Mooney. There's been such a successful night since making the move from the Raiders. Plays it on halfway. End of first set. It'll be a kick from Smith downfield. Right boot bomb. Straight at Walsh. Catches it 8 from his own line. The Brisbane custodian runs over the 10 to a roar of the crowd before being met by the defence. And the Broncos will start this set. Well, a dozen from their own line. Walsh just walked off the mark for a moment. Told to go back by referee Grant Atkins. Chris Butler is in the bunker tonight. And as ever, your texts are welcome on 0467 920 222. Brisbane with the ball midway goal line halfway as a run taken by Mariner. Plays the football, and now there's Haas. He's got that right knee heavily strapped, but did tweak his shoulder in the warm-up. Great work from our man Zane Bojack. He's all over it on the touchline. Haas plays at 15 from halfway. Gives 7 or 8 in the gain. 1 out from Carrigan next carry. Last play Brisbane, and it's Reynolds with the kick downfield. Lays his right slipper into it. It's a high kick, which is caught by returning skipper Ponga on the 10. Gives it to Marju, and he'll be tackled about 22 from the southern end goal, so we get through the first 2 sets. No score in Brisbane after 2 minutes after it was Penrith 42-18 in Mudgee, and earlier today the Warriors 42-6 down at Robina over the Titans.
I like the back 5 of the Knights, Q. There's so much power and strength there and creativity. That's going to be one of their strengths tonight, bringing the ball back from kick returns. The
guy to the 40. Of course, he'll be in Broncos colours again next year. Now forward again goes Mano Leleua, tackled 2 metres inside Newcastle territory, and a wavy fisty. Set restart for Newcastle, and this helps Mooney go forward and take the Knights into attack with a fresh set. Crossland passes right to Croker, on to Smith. Dummies and straightens, taken down by the tackle of Willison. 31 metres out. Play to Ponga, jumps blindside, comes back open to the left, runs into the tackle of Carrigan, and good gets put down. 21 metres out, 20 in from touch on the right. Back to left and open side. Through the hands of Smith. On to Sharp. Beats 1, Fletcher Sharp beats 2, beats 3, and scores! Newcastle strike as Fletcher Sharp from fullback to the number 6. He beats flimsy Broncos defenders to score the opening try for the Knights after only 3 minutes.
Oh, what a ripping try there from the 5'8". For the Knights. Fletcher Sharp had plenty of work to do. He beats Reynolds cold of a left foot step and then powers away from a chasing Reece Walsh. He got a hand to him but couldn't bring him down. And all in all, that's very poor defence by the Broncos. Good work by the Knights. Their first couple of sets have been very impressive. They've found plenty of space. They've won the collisions, poked their nose through, and a very unheralded forward pack here. I gave a rap to the back 5, but a lot of these guys in the pack of the Knights really aren't big household names, but they play well this season, and we're seeing again early on that they certainly are not afraid of this Broncos forward pack.
Well, 2 things I noticed there. Firstly, you can't have a 5'8" just pushing off his opposite halfback and going through that easy. Adam Reynolds, if he's going to play on and he's going to try and see out the season, he needs to defend better than that for the Broncos. Also, if you watch Payne Haas, the way he's tackling at their cue, he's carrying that right arm. There's real concerns. I'll be surprised if the Knights don't go at him more.
Zane Bojack on the touchline. Fletcher Sharp now with 8 tries this year, and Sandon Smith is going to keep the kicking duties, even though Ponga is back in the team. Well, he's got them for now, but obviously nursing that quad injury, Callan Ponga. So Sandon Smith, who's got a good strike rate, 31 of 39 this year, slightly left of the upright, strikes it with his right boot, and the Knights have got the perfect start in Brisbane. Newcastle 6 leads the Broncos 0, and we've only played 4 minutes here at the Cauldron. Around the grounds in the AFL, Port Adelaide lead Greater Western Sydney by 11 points. Port 39, Giants 28, that second quarter, and the game between Carlton and Brisbane has just got underway.
They buy Dylan Brown from Parramatta, and he's been a good buy. Expensive, but good. But you sort of forget Sandon Smith sort of slipped through. He came up from the Roosters. Just watching him early on in this game, he is really, really electric. Quicker than I thought.
And the try scorer actually catches the ball from the kickoff in Shubh, and he dishes it off there to young Hopwood, taken 10 from that southern in-goal area. 0467 920 222. The text message number to get in touch. Marju play 3, and now Manu Leilua play 2 it was, and play 3 for Manu Leilua, tackled midway goal line and halfway. The Knights working their way upfield in the hands of Croker. They've just got a bunch of forwards that just does the job most weeks. Now to the left, it's given to Sharp, feeds the inside line of Bradman. Best runs into the tackle of Ricky. Needs help from Haas and Reynolds. They put him down. Best plays it on halfway. Played to Crossland, given to Smith. Rushed at, but kicks downfield. Shallowish kick, met by Walsh coming forward, 15 from his own line. Gives the pass to man wrapping infield in Anderson, and Grant Anderson, playing on the wing tonight for the Broncos, is tackled 15 from his own line. Now in the hands of Karapani, just beyond the 20 for the Bronx as he stopped. Walsh is at distributor, gives it off left shoulder to Mariner. Dean Mariner short of the 30, out on the left edge for Brisbane. 6-0 to the Knights as Ba'a Semu trucks forward, stop 15 from halfway. Blindside, Mam hits the ball at pace, but runs into the tackle of Smith and Crossland. Mam to halfway as he plays it. Pakes directs it blindside left, end of set. Walsh is the man, he's got it, but he kicks downfield. It's going to come down 20 out. Ponga slides underneath the leaping Bronco to catch it.
What a catch.
Oh, that was interesting.
A high-risk catch. It was amazing. He came up with the ball. He caught it on the ground sliding.
He allowed the Broncos to have a play at that. And in the flashing moment, I didn't catch the number plate of the Bronco that should have jumped at that. Oh, Reynolds has just been steamrolled there. Run from, oh, he's so hurt, Reynolds. It was a great run from Margie. He's trying to crawl to get up. Quick ball to the left. Manalele, you a line break. Given to Best. Back infield to the young second rower who's brought down only 8 metres out. And the referee is going to call play up because they're going to have to send out on Reynolds to head injury assessment, even though the Broncos were way tardy getting back on side.
They were on the rack.
And this is Zane, down to you on the touchline.
Yeah, look, he got pushed off and he had no answer. He tried to get up a couple of times, but Marzu, he just got caught. I don't really think it was the forearm, more with the chest area, I reckon, and he just got bumped off, and yeah, no good. Adam Reynolds going straight down the race for HIA.
Knights to the right, and Smith has taken only 11 metres out, so Newcastle on the attack. Reynolds off the ground, question mark over Haas, and also Willison too. Little grubber into the in goal from Ponga. Now Walsh has taken it and was about to race 100 metres downfield, but the referee's whistle stops him. And is there a penalty going to Newcastle here for a man being held back?
Interesting outcome because Walsh is away.
And just tune in here.
For no grounding, I've got a grab on the Knights player illegally.
So this is potentially a penalty and potentially a sin bin as well. Now Xavier Willison might have an issue as well, Zane, down to you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to locate Xavier. I know Ben Hunt's out there replacing.
And Jaden's Hunt is out there too. So we've now got B Hunt, J Hunt out there.
Okay.
And I've just seen a message come through that there's a concern for Willison.
Okay, I'll follow up on that one.
Looking at the action from Dean Mariner.
It's where the Mariner holds one of the nice players off the ball, just there. He grabs him. Yeah, he's grabbing.
He wasn't in possession of the ball,
but he was going to be.
Got a clear grab by Dean Mariner, which is a penalty. We're just weighing up the options of a professional foul now. A no try and take out.
I can't see how, after AJ Bremson got sent to the bin earlier today for something very similar in that Warriors big win at Robina, this is very same. And it should be 10 minutes in the sin bin for Dean Mariner.
It is a professional foul.
The action for Dean Mariner is a professional foul. We're really at the possibility of a penalty try because of the proximity of Reece Walsh. We have a decision.
So, is he going to the bin?
He'll have to.
Yeah. That was Chris Butler in the bunker. Yeah. Dean Mariner goes to the bin, which is very consistent from, if you've been across the day's footy, that's exactly what AJ got sent to the bin for at Robina earlier today.
They've got dramas for the Broncos, because with 13 on 13, they are looking a little bit off the pace. The Knights are punching their nose through at will. they control possession here and play clever football, which I think they just seem to be on the money. Look at the Knights are in the groove.
They are, and they're targeting that left-hand side or right-side defences. Here's another big charge. Willison's got a knee injury, guys. We're waiting on the diagnosis.
Thank you. Forward goes McEwen, tackled 5 out. Knights to the left through Croker. On to Mooney. Trey Mooney tackled for Newcastle, 5 from the Brisbane line. Newcastle already lead 6-0. Crossland passes right. A little bit disorganised between Sharp and Smith. Sharp catches it and eventually has to go forward with the two halves basically standing in the same phone box and not knowing who was going to go forward. Now Crossland to the right through Smith to Ponga. Beats the tackle of one. Passes to the wing for Young. Gets through Mam and scores. And the Knights have started brilliantly in Brisbane. And this has got danger signs all over it for the Premiers. Newcastle double up for a 10-0 lead. Dom Young over in the right corner, and we've only played 8 minutes.
We touched on the fact we thought the Knights are in a groove, and they are. But from a Broncos perspective, what's probably more